And good evening, everyone. This is your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. Welcome to the first time ever evening stream of WCR. Standing with me is my co host, Fish Chozo.
Hi, everybody. If anybody's in the chat, so let me check.
They will be.
Oh, nobody. Okay, got it.
I mean,
But
this
there,
one,
there will be. I mean, of course, it will be.
hopefully. Hopefully. Anyways, so yeah, this will be our first test round of evening stream for WCR for Thursdays and Tuesdays, our regular schedule. Of course, we'll be streaming for your Easter timers around 8. Think I'm gonna just gonna have to pull an Ishi every single time for these things because they just changed my schedule again, and this time I'm off Sunday and Monday this weekend, which is interesting. I'll be working on Saturday for 2 weeks. I made this bet. I'm sleeping in it. Other than that, I was hoping we were gonna get the rest of them together because I have some things to talk about. Not saying that you Fizz is a bad thing. It's always a good thing to have you here, dude.
Hmm.
Because I'm always waiting for half the shit you're ready to say.
hmm
And half the time I'm chewing your ass out for it.
By the way, I'm relaunching. My campaign for third time and on 15th. So,
Okay, good luck with that.
mm,
I'll be doing my part to share it too
mm.
on any site that people follow me on. We'll see how it works this year round. Cause man, this is quite a year so far, and we're on the second month. It's getting dicey, dude. Somewhat. We all seeing a lot of things that's happening in the background, like the whole little what's that was the truck drivers in Canada.
Mm.
I think they won, didn't they?
Truck drivers in Canada. We talking about guy on job remember because I'll keep it up on everything. I just keep up with some things.
Let's skip it. Somebody will remind us.
Mm.
But yeah, what the fuck is this? Freaking waffles on pizza with chicken.
Okay, I never ate chicken waffles before, so I don't get that. I don't even get that.
That looks nasty. I'm on Twitter right now, of all places.
Mm,
The image of it just looks nasty. Just
mm, mm.
they got the waffles cut in squares with chicken cut like it's fried chicken, by the way. Fried chicken on pizza in the history of pizza, not grilled chicken, fried chicken, and they got waffles with syrup on them on the pizza.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here, just like
Cheese and syrup. I never thought take cheese and syrup at the same time.
I'm like, bro, pineapple's not my thing because the pineapples make the damn pizza taste sweet. This thing gonna taste sugary with that syrup on that leaking
Well,
all off.
I've had pineapple pizza before, and let's just say it's a bad repressed memory.
I tried, man. I tried.
No, I
I
had that a
really
long
did.
time ago when I was a kid. Okay,
Oh yeah,
I think it was sometime I think sometime 2009 after my house the house burnt down.
man. I don't know how people can do it. I
Yeah,
I really don't.
still remember when the house burnt down. I had to go through all this weird stuff.
Yeah,
Thankfully that was over 10 years ago.
good.
Yeah. So
But other than that, like, man, just excuse me. Sorry about that. But yeah, couple things I wanted to go over so far is we all know that the Matrix trilogy stream is next Tuesday, even though I freaking set it up in the wrong slot of this week.
mm,
Excuse me.
I also set the the Bird Board live stream for Sunday on my channel.
That is definitely coming up, and I will be joining Fizz for that one.
Mm.
If you got anything to say about that, I know you only saw the first Matrix trilogy.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm not even gonna bother to watch Animatrix. I mean, I didn't see a point to it.
Really, dude? You don't see a point.
No, it's kind of like supplemental material.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. It's supplementary material which enhances the story.
Wait, excuse me. Wait, what?
I'm saying you know the purpose of supplementary material, right?
Yeah,
It
but I don't read supplementary material. When I watch a movie, I don't have to bother read a novel that explains the backstory of how this got to be. I
no,
don't.
that's supplementary material done wrong. No, no, this ain't the sequel trilogy. That's supplementary material done wrong. When you need a book to fill in the gaps of your movie story, you did it wrong. Supplementary material is supposed to add to the world of that movie, or at
I
least
don't
add.
care. I didn't care that much about the world. Matrix.
Well, yeah, yeah. I'm just saying that's the whole point of it. It's like creative minds came together and did their own little separate stories. One being how they were able to well, this is also bad supplementary material right here. The last flight of the Osiris was basically how the rebels were able to get the information of the machine empire planning an invasion to attack Zion, which it's only good for eye candy mostly. That's mostly what it is. And of course to showcase our early all 3D CGI technology at the time, which is not that bad. But the later stuff is like really good. Like you could easily skip Last Flight of the Osiris and just watch the other stuff and not miss it and not really miss a beat. If not to watch any like if anything, just watch them for the stories alone. You don't need to be watching it because you need to enhance your experience of the Matrix. Just watch it for the stories alone. That's it. Especially Second Renaissance Part 1 and 2, which is the history of the machines and the humans, which I will be covering Animatrix too during the stream because it needs to be talked about. You can just mute yourself during that time, or you can just hear me gush about it. Eloise should have been here. Is she streaming today? This is gonna be like Sunday. Where are you, Fizz? I guess I'm sitting here by myself and talking to myself.
I'm here. That there's a mic. Something on the mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear you low. So more now that headline is dead wrong. I'll wait for Fizz to come back so we can talk about this
Yeah,
one. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
I can barely hear you. You're kind of faint, but
Can you hear me now?
much better. So exclusive sources tell Deadline that the Ghost Justice is tossed a star in Sony's Madam Web movie. But the headline says Dakota Johnson tapped to play first female superhero in Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters.
Doesn't matter.
Sony Sony Pictures.
Madam Web movie. That seems kind of pointless. I prefer the
That is
Black
kind
Cat
of
movie.
pointless.
I prefer the Black Cat movie.
Yeah, I would love to say a Black Cat movie too. But
Uh,
first female hero in the Sony Pictures Universal Marvel movies. Uh, Gwen Stacy into the
uh,
Spider-Verse.
yeah. I don't
I know
really.
you don't care about that movie. I'm just pointing out that Gwen
Mm,
Stacy, even though she's a animated character, she's still it's still part of Sony. That counts.
not part of not part of the universe because it's separate universe. Okay.
I'm just saying it's Sony. It's helmed by Sony.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
still a female superhero.
Mm,
It still counts, even though
mm,
she's animated. She still counts. Yeah,
mm,
that's right. I said it. She counts. First female. If you
yeah,
put in first live action, then yeah, okay, okay.
mm. Uh,
But here's the thing: Mal Webb is not a superhero.
I know. She's basically missing control.
Well, the thing is, she's not really. She I can't really count her as a superhero because she doesn't really take action that much. She's not
She
really.
doesn't. She's a man. She's missing control. This
What do
this
you
would
call it?
this would be just like Disney or who owns the MCU doing a solo Professor X movie with him in a wheelchair.
It would have worked anyways. You all know. You know that. Don't lie. You know that would have worked.
We mean would that would work?
It would have worked. I would make it work if they put me to the task. I'd make it work.
What the hell's the plot gonna be? Just him and Cerebral? What? What's the
No,
plot?
not him and Cerebral. Him traveling around with Moira McTaggart. It'd be just like they'd be globetrotting, studying mutants, studying the mutant phenomena. It'd be just basically like it wouldn't even be part of the Fox X-Men franchise. It'd just be them just going on adventures and just talking to music and bring them together with him and Magneto. You can't have Xavier without Magneto.
Mm.
I'm just saying I would have made it work. I'm like now that you bring it up, that would have worked anyways because Xavier is actually a very proactive protagonist. Madeline Webb is not a proactive protagonist. She's a what's the opposite of proactive?
Passive.
Passive, yeah. She mostly hey Big Al. As always, Redneck. Hey Redneck. You know the deal. Well, like I said, they're in talks about doing a Madam Web movie, origin
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Okay. Can she walk or not? If she can walk, I assume she's gonna be able to walk.
Oh
Um.
yeah, well she's already walking in the comics.
Okay.
Remember that.
Okay. I think the villain should be Spot, if my opinion. If you're gonna do
The
that,
spot.
yeah.
How would that work?
You understand? Her thing is the web of realities or something. We got different
Yeah,
dimensions through the webs, and
yeah.
Spot is the guy who teleports through portals.
Okay,
You see how that connect?
it does. But I always saw Spock as this mild mannered person that was in bad circumstances.
He's working for the Kingpin in the comics. That's how he got his powers.
No shit.
So, so he's already in the crime game already. So,
True. All I'm saying is like, yeah, that's Spot for me. It's like he's a guy that got in too deep.
mm. What I don't get is why do comics treat him as a joke?
I don't know,
Like,
man.
that's the thing. Like his power isn't bad, nor is his costume. It's just the name. That's then kind of sound kind of silly, and that's it.
No, no.
You mean no?
The Spot.
It don't sound
That's a
silly at all.
that that name will go down in infamy, dude. The Spot, like the Joker, the Tick, the Batman.
Mm.
Right next
Yeah, yeah,
says,
yeah, yeah.
"Come
The
on, show
comics,
me." Why is
the
it
comics
not
keep.
Scorsese who said that? Can I read it, man?
Okay,
Damn, Fizz. This is
okay.
why Negroes don't work together. And and speaking of Negroes, we got a third Negro, Negress. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Leia. Hey, Leia plus size.
Okay, what a
You kind
welcome.
of popped in the middle of me joking on Fizz as usual.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
like
I
I'm about
can.
ready to read. I'm about to read what Reddit about. Say he'll jump to. I'm like Negro. Can I read it? Did you forget who show you on? Do I need to crack a whip on you or something? Spray water on you? Heal.
Please continue. Don't mind me. Don't.
Did you drink your coffee, Fizz? Because that's the only way
Um,
that can explain how hyper you are.
I never drank coffee. Never once in my entire life.
Good. You don't need it. Anyways, so Redneck says, why is it? Well, was it not Scorsese who said that we would get tired of superhero movies like we would to the old westerns? Because I'll throw up my chip to that claim, and I still argue that it's not superhero fatigue; it's the fact that they're not doing anything with these superheroes. Or at
I
least
agree.
they don't. They don't. These superheroes that they keep pushing are not really superheroes. They're just people in costumes just doing community service mostly.
Pretty much. What was the? How did this come about? What topic were you discussing?
This is
That
free
comment.
topic, so we're just
Oh,
well.
okay.
This came from me seeing on Twitter that they're doing a excuse me, they're doing a they're in talks with doing a Madam Web solo movie.
Oh yeah, I heard something about that.
I've been knew
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, I heard they're gonna go for it. So,
I don't even
well,
like their choice in actress,
who did they choose? Is that
Dakota Johnson.
really? They want her to be Madam Web? Oh my
Why you
goodness.
why look look? I give pass to young Aunt May. I'm not giving no passes to young Madam Web.
Exactly.
I
I
don't care.
agree.
Let's set in the past.
I don't care. Look, I don't give a damn if it's a pass or not. Madam Web's supposed to be old.
I know. I agree. I
When I
agree.
think of Madam Web, I think of Helen Mirren.
Exactly.
That's your Madam Web right there. That's who I would have gotten for Madam Web, not Dakota Johnson at all. I agree with you, Commander. It's not superhero fatigue. They're making bad choices in movies, and
I don't want to hear, and I don't want to hear in the comments that they're telling us you guys telling us on they
mhm,
run out of ideas.
uh-uh.
I'm gonna quote what I said in Twitter. It's not stop calling them ideas. This is a fashion statement. You guys got get out of that running out of ideas. We passed running out of ideas. We're way past that. Completely
Mhm,
past running out of ideas. These are fashion designers or at least fashion showrunners or what have you doing these movies now or doing these comics. Why do you
Mhm.
think we had that Met Gala? Why do you think we had that Met Gala in X Men?
mhm. I agree. We have that, and also we have activists writing comics and writing screenplays. And there are good ideas. The ideas are out there. There's none of they are there. There's thousands of good stories they could be telling right now. They choose not to tell them because they don't fit their political agenda. So they're only picking out characters and stories that fit their agenda. But if it doesn't
Let's
fit their
not so.
agenda, they don't want to do it, and that's the problem. So they're basically making characters nobody wants to see. Nobody wants a lot of these characters that they're bringing up right now. They're only picking out characters that fit a political agenda, and then they're written by people who don't know how to write, who don't know how to direct, and they're casting
People
actors
who
that.
are in the wrong job, the wrong job in the first place.
Oh, absolutely, I
Why would you
agree.
hire a fashion designer for a comic book?
I know.
Exactly.
I know. Maybe the
Yes.
designs, but the costumes, but even then, not the comic book writing itself. That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. And why would a fashion designer take 3 to 4 months to design a hero?
Mhm.
Remember that? I'm reminiscing, but like there's some more stuff I want to talk about too that that I just want to rant about. This is basically the rant stream right now. I'm gonna
Sure.
Probably going to just start calling these word around campfire.
Mm.
Something I've been wanting to do for a long time too, with a few pals of mine, but I kind of broke off with them, so never got around to doing that. Shit, I was also thinking Glenn Close might be Madam Web.
That wouldn't be a bad choice. You
She
know, that
looks it.
yeah,
She has the right face build.
exactly. You know, they're always saying that there are no roles in Hollywood for mature women, but here's a role for a mature woman, and what do? You give it to a younger woman.
Well,
Madam Web is supposed to be mature, and the actresses that we just named are two very talented actresses. I said,
McGonagall. That's another person, McGonagall. The
mm-hmm,
lady who plays McGonagall in the Harry Potter franchise.
yeah,
She would have been. In fact, if you want her to be, we all find these British. If you want her to be British, yeah, McGonagall would have done it if she was cool with it.
mm-hmm,
In fact, um, what's her name? Tilda Swinton would have been a perfect Madam Web. Like, nah,
yes,
I still like her as the ancient one. Controversy aside, I still like her as the ancient one. But like, she would have nailed it as Madam Web. She would have killed it.
mm-hmm. Oh yes, I agree with that. Those are some the names you're throwing out now could have definitely been Madam Web.
Who
So
was that other lady who
now, is this Madam Web movie going to be just a Madam Web film, or is she going
is
to
it
be in?
just it's just her. I told you it's her solo movie.
Do we really need a Madam Web solo movie? That's
Exactly.
another issue I
No.
have.
My problem is they're giving stories to supporting characters that don't need those
Mm,
stories.
Agreed.
mm,
Agreed. We
Madam
don't.
Web is a supporting character. She's not. I was telling Fizz earlier. She's not a proactive superhero. It's called the first female Sony Pictures superhero movie. I'm like, but Madam Web's not a superhero. She's a proactive. No, she's a passive character. She's not a proactive character.
See, that's I hate to keep sounding like a broken record to people, but again, identity politics. Again, the first ever superhero solo female Sony female film. You could have made a Spider-Woman movie, or you could have there's other things that they could have done other than Madam Web. I mean,
no, 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 Black Cat. That's the big obvious one right there.
mhm. Yeah, there's so many of them that they could have done. There's really, like, again, like I said, do we really need that's the problem. That's the problem right now, is they're making movies with characters nobody wants to see in a full-length feature film. Like you said, Madam Web is a supporting player, not a whole feature film on her. I that's what's getting on my last nerves. Like you're saying, Wolf, that's the rent. Making movies with characters nobody wants to see. I'm just gonna come right out and say it.
You
Nobody
know what
wants
they're
to
gonna
see
do
a Madam
when they
Web
do the
film.
interviews and they do the promotionals.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be them pushing the whole ableism stuff
The,
since
the,
she's in a chair most of the time.
oh yeah, they'll throw it all in there, and that she's a woman, and yeah, and in the chair they're gonna start throwing that same old spiel.
Well,
Stunning
they
and brave,
actually
she's
what's worse is
powerful.
that forego they're gonna forego the wheelchair and just make her stand because a woman is not allowed to be disabled.
Mm,
Yeah, I forgot about that rule. See, again,
Well,
they're
a lot of things that they sacrifice in the face of inclusivity and diversity, we all know how that goes.
right.
I said this in Ishu stream not too long ago during his Monday stream. I said they they you bring up the whole erasure of redheads. I'm like, yeah, they also erasing light skins.
mm.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing I wanted to bring up. But if you want to throw your spin on it, go ahead, Leia.
Well, it's pretty much exactly what you said. Yeah, they're also erasing femininity. The beauty of femininity is being erased as well, and the beauty of masculinity. Masculinity, these images that they are portraying of masculinity as something should be, there's fearful, that masculinity is something that is negative, that men are only um ist, phobe, sexist, rapist, racist. There's beauty in masculinity. There's beauty in femininity. Femininity is
Now, I'm
being
only talking about the
squashed.
ratio of light skins. We can talk about that some other time.
Oh, I thought you meant it covers so many things, but yeah,
Well,
light skin too.
okay, okay,
No, we can
okay.
get back to what you. Let's. I got you off track. Let's get back. Let's spit it back to what you were bringing up because I agree with
Well,
that as well.
one thing I want to bring up definitely is the fact that I bring up that they're erasing light skinned minorities mostly. Like every single time you go online and you see how somebody does a sort of a minority but with lighter skin, right? Lighter pigment,
Mm-hmm.
right? Hey,
Yes.
final, you want to join us tonight? He said absolutely. Madeline is more of is more so a supportive character for Spider-Man. Surely you should know this, even if you play Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Yep. Redneck says a woman isn't allowed to be disabled. It's the first step to the removal of disabled people, a la Soviets and Maoist cons. But yeah, well, I was gonna bring up
Go ahead.
the
Mm-hmm.
controversy about the whole Japanese artist that did the Encanto family. Even
Mm-hmm.
though what they did was accurate to Mexican skin color. Not only that, it's the fact that he basically he or she basically demonstrated what happens to to skin color when light touches it. Like you guys never open up a Sports Illustrated with a dark skinned lady on the cover. That sun her skin look a little lighter. It's dark
True.
chocolate, but it's dark chocolate, but when that light hits, it turns to milk chocolate. You know what I'm saying? It
Yes.
really irks me how they don't understand how light works on skin. That really tells you that they don't get enough sun in their lives.
And their ignorancy.
And yeah, and obviously it really irks me how artists when they portray minorities, they portray one skin tone as if all minorities are darker shades of skin. Who just popped in? Final. Hey,
Mm.
final.
Hey there. All
Welcome,
right.
final.
Hey. All right. All right. So, wait, this is a free for all stream, isn't it?
Yes, final.
Alrighty. And I'll let you proceed on whatever you guys are doing.
We're talking about the racial light skinned people.
I know. I'm just letting you proceed with it.
Oh, sorry. I'm tired. I just
You
got from
okay?
work. Anyways, what I'm saying is, yeah, they always portray them as a darker shade of skin tone, and they often make them darker and darker and darker. And I'm like, so do you want these guys to look like minstrel paintings now?
Well, it
Next
just
thing you know,
shows.
they're gonna have. Next thing you know, they're gonna have red lips. Might as
Well,
well.
Which that's always a big trademark for a feminine character, even for a femme fatale character, is always the red lipstick.
I'm talking about the minstrel black folk that they always portrayed in shows back in the 1950s. 50s?
Oh,
No, not the 50s. 20s, right?
yeah, yes,
I
yeah,
want
around the
to get my
20s and
centuries correct.
you
I want to get my years
did.
correct.
Yeah, the 20s and the 30s. Well, I think a lot of that again, Commander, is their ignorancy, and they believe Twitter is their audience, and they're afraid somebody will see it and they'll hit the Twitter button. Some louse sitting at home with no life will hit the Twitter button and say that person is not dark enough, or that person is like
Bitch, how
not
dark you
dark
want me
enough.
to be?
Yeah, how dark do you want them to get? I mean,
No, my
that
question
is
is, how
they even
dark do
try
you
to
want
appeal.
me to be?
Yeah, they even try to appeal to the normies as well. We even see this with Book of Fett, where it's just like it's not Boba Fett at all.
I
Because now
know.
all of a sudden, yeah, all of a sudden he's just
Yeah,
basically Darth Vader. Tortured past, seeking the redemption.
I mean,
Like,
he technically has a tragic past. He lost his dad to a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But,
yeah, Mace
but
Windu killed him by chopping off his head, but yeah. But he's not
here's one
seeking redemption. He's just seeking out for vengeance.
That is true.
here's one thing I don't get. Why the hell didn't Disney just get the actor, the child actor who played as Boba Fett in the prequels back as an adult to play Boba Fett now?
Kind of looks like him.
Well, see, here's my issue with the Boba Fett show. The issue I'm having, to me, is the fact that I personally never found, and this may strike a fire up some people's butts in the crowd, in the audience tonight, but I don't mean, I'm just speaking for myself. Boba Fett has never been a character. I was never a big fan of Boba Fett. Boba Fett was never high on my list of all-time favorite Star Wars characters. I don't get it. Just because he told Darth Vader he's no good to me dead, all of a sudden he's just this smash hit character. I've never cared for him. I never came out of The Empire Strikes Back saying, I really want to see a show about this guy because he said that line to Darth Vader. I never had that. Now, so that's why I just don't find him interesting enough for a solo show. Now, let's say if Boba Fett was a co-star, perhaps when the Mando show was running, that would have been a different story because I'm like, okay, I can see him within another character's show. But by himself, my God, his story is just not that interesting to me. I feel like they're trying to dig for
But we've
something
had plenty of stories that have
that's
Boba Fett
there.
as sort of the main character. Like if you go read Tales of the Bounty
Mhm.
Hunters, where he survives the Sarlacc pit, or even in the Bounty Hunter Wars, Boba Fett's still the badass bounty hunter. I mean, yeah, you can't argue he's basically an anti-hero because, yeah, he's kind of a paid mercenary, because he is one.
Well, then is this show based on those books? I'll be honest, I
Nope.
didn't read a lot of them. That's the problem.
Nope.
Then there's the problem. That's it. The show should have
Yeah,
been
because
based on those
really
books.
Disney just takes a lot of ideas from the expanded universe and just either works an agenda in there or just changes it just because. Like the whole son of Han Solo, who then gets trained by Uncle Luke, but then turns to the dark side of the Force because of things that he shouldn't do, nor should he even learn. Yeah, that's Jason Solo. Or how about the Emperor just like coming back, which that's actually from the Dark Empire comics where Palpatine actually cloned himself, because that's basically one way to how he would achieve immortality. And now here he is again, some way or somehow, and he looks like Stephen Hawking, just attached to GLaDOS's body. Like, why is he even there? It's just like, imagine just Stephen Hawking just like going like, unlimited power, like that. Or
But
just
that,
like, instead of just attached to GLaDOS's body, it's just like, welcome to Aperture Science, instead of just having Ellen McLean's voice as GLaDOS.
yeah. Well, see, it's like
The power of
they
the
don't know
dark
what.
side of the force is something that many others would consider unnatural.
Yeah,
Then
that's essentially Palpatine in that movie.
then those are the stories they should be doing. One of the problems, and this goes back to earlier what Commander said, there's idiots over there at Disney under running Star Wars, and we know it's controlled by the Wicked Witch or the Wicked Queen, but basically we could
Let's
see
drop
that.
the Wicked Queen and call her the dictator in chief.
All right, I will take that as well. Dictator in chief is not capable of telling stories. She's not capable. She is not a storyteller.
The reason why I want us to
Is
drop that because I'm sorry, Leia. The reason why
mm-hmm.
I want us to drop that because if she was the Wicked Witch, we can slay a witch. She would have melt. People,
Okay, I get
you
it.
guys forget witches don't last that long. No matter how many times people try to make them cool, they don't last that long. She ain't a witch no more. She's a dictator now.
So very true, very true.
But even then,
I
dictators even have their downfalls. I mean, for Christ's sake, Hitler just killed himself
They just
after
take
he
yes,
knew
long.
he was losing.
You're right, Final. Dictators eventually do fall in some way, either by someone by their own hands or someone lesser than them defeats them. They eventually do fall, and they fall hard. Hitler is one example. There's some others I can think of that eventually do crumble. So I always do believe that empires eventually crumble. It may not, it may take a long time, but eventually it does. And I think the cracks in her kingdom are starting to show a bit. They're tiny cracks, but
Just
tiny
need
cracks
somebody to do
eventually
it.
lead to, Yes, exactly. We need somebody to take her out like the ending of Scarface. The way Scarface went out at the end of the Al Pacino
Well,
went out at the end of that movie.
it's not going
Not
that
not
extreme.
literally. No, no, I don't mean death. I don't mean literally physically,
Like their
Amanda. Let me
downfall of
She needs a
sorts.
man to
yeah.
take her down. She needs a man to take
Yes.
her down, not a pussy.
I want to make that clear, everybody. I don't mean physically, so I'm not evoking any sort of violence. I mean that in a metaphorical sense, like you said,
It'd
a
be real
man that take her
funny
down.
if she was confronted
Yeah,
with any opposition.
I
Imagine
think
that.
that
And it's just already to this point, I would even like to say metaphorically too, on how, yeah, franchises that we basically know, like the big name franchises like the Star Wars or the big two of comics, Marvel and DC Comics, yeah, they'll have to die. Not like just kill them, like they just need to die for a while. Like what? You can't expect anything good with Hideo Kojima for getting a new Metal Gear game? Get over that. Metal Gear's done.
Mm.
yeah, I agree.
Man,
It's like
they need to be in a museum. That's what they really need to be, in a museum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they don't store them in a museum.
yeah, it's I agree. It's great. Like I said, going
I
back
mean,
to Boba.
surely there's plenty of art museums that have
Hang
of
on,
certain drawings of
final.
heroes. Oh,
Go ahead, Leia. Sorry about that, final. Go ahead, Leia.
Oh, right, quick. I just want to say, along with what we said about the dictator Kathleen, I just felt like, to me, particularly Boba Fett, there are people running Star Wars that either hate it or don't understand it because it doesn't feel like Star Wars, even with this Boba Fett show. And
Continue
and
after Leia, final.
and and I feel that's why and I feel like it's starting to show. I feel like the cracks are starting to show with that.
Well, a lot of things are starting to show the cracks. But go
Yes,
ahead,
you find
uh,
I'm
final.
final. Yeah, go ahead, final.
yeah, I was just about to say, like, I know there's actually plenty of art museums that actually have drawings of certain heroes. I mean, Christ's sake, there's even an art museum with a lot of Alex Ross's drawings of his heroes. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, Alex Ross is my favorite artist. So, I mean, for Christ's sake, everyone even loves his art.
Oh yes, Alex Ross has great art. He does the heroes beautifully. It's very true.
He
I
knows them
agree with
too,
you there.
yes.
His artwork reflects how, and you're right. His knowledge of these heroes comes across in his artwork, and his artwork is beautiful, and it shows how he knows and understands these heroes, both Marvel and DC. So I definitely
Moving
would
on.
agree with that. Both Marvel and DC. He understands both of that.
Moving on from
But
that, there's something
as
I
far
also want
as
to.
is like I said, well, I just said it is sure.
Can you hear me?
We
Yeah, I
hear
can
you
hear you.
fine.
Am I
Yes,
coming
I
in
can
clear?
hear you
Yes.
Leia, why you still got your Steve Rogers on?
very clear. I have not had a chance to change it back to me.
You
I
must
have
be
not. I keep
really
forgetting.
busy.
Yes, I have been actually. I have been
We
really
get it,
busy.
Leia. We know you love Chris Evans. We all know that. We do constantly joke about it.
She's like Sokka from Avatar: Last Airbender. I cannot. It is permanently attached to my screen.
No, this file, yeah. I just
You
had
may not have seen that show, but if you ever do, you'll get the context eventually when you get to season 3.
I get the context really good. I see what you're saying even by saying that. You're right. I have just busy. I just keep forgetting to go in there and just change the picture back to my face. So I will try to do that over the weekend to get it back to my face and
It ain't
just put
that
that back.
hard.
I know, God, I just sometimes some little things just slip your mind sometimes, and you go,
True,
"Oh, right,"
true.
and and
Very.
that's what it is. It's not me over professing my love for Steve Rogers. It's
Sure it
just I
isn't.
have not get a chance to get it back to my face, but I will get it back to that. I
Hey, don't stop
promise.
on my account. You can look. You can change when you want to. Let's just say that.
Yes. Okay, well, I.
Whenever I ask that question, you fire back when I damn well feel like it, Wolf Commander. You don't have to swear if you don't want to.
All right, those are from your words to my ears. I shall remember that.
And I'll buckle like, oh, okay, okay. Fan the flames of your love for your man. But one thing I wanted to also bring up was this stupid Reddit subreddit about freaking anti-work.
What?
Anybody heard about that shit?
No, because I don't be on Reddit.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
have a Reddit
Exactly.
either, but anti-work?
I'm kidding, Fizz.
is that
Yeah,
so? Is it a game?
no, I would. I wish it was a game. It would been really. It would be a real fun game to be playing a character that don't do jack shit all day and not work. I'm pretty
It's
sure
like,
there's plenty of games out there
I just
like
get paid
that.
by doing nothing. Okay.
But no, there was a
That's like,
subreddit. Yeah, I was saying there's a stupid ass subreddit about anti-work. Now, get this. They had somebody go on the news to do an interview about the movement. I don't know who the interviewer was or who he is by name because I don't watch the news that much. I don't really bother with the news that much. But the guy slandered to the guy magically, hilariously played that dude like a fool because this is really what really kills me about these certain communities and these certain movements is the fact that they have no defining notion of what it is that they're trying to be anti towards. You did,
Hmm.
but of course if you seen if you might have seen it recommended to you a few times here and there about this whole little community called anti work. Now to try to give it like a roundabout explanation, it's supposed to be about people who yeah, I'll get to that redneck. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be highlighting that. But no, the whole point of it is supposed to be talking about how people are dedicated or who are dedicated to the job. You know what I'm saying? Has to work ungodly hours. You know, it's like they're trying to play it off like it's supposed to be all it's supposed to be all for those who actually work a good day's work, but it's overly worked. You know, which you can make a case for that. There are some companies that do overwork their workers. You guys know this, right?
oh, surely, yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
But of course, like many of these communities, is usually just a bunch of fools that don't do a lick of shit, complaining about having to do more shit.
Isn't that happening at Image Comics with the Image Comics Union thing?
That's basically everywhere now. But like, yeah, like the guy slams into to the person who basically is a spokesperson of the community, and of course he looks like every other layabout. You know, not even dressed for the occasion. You know, he's got his hoodie on, he's got his glasses
Oh
on,
yeah.
his beard's not shaved, his hair is unkempt. He's he's broadcasting in his junkyard of a fucking room, and he still can't even define like really come to define the movement, right? So he just droning on and on about it, and the guy asks him, and this is hilarious, right? He's because dude is complaining about doing he says he only do 20 hours of work, right? And he asks him, what does you do? I'm a dog walker.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
Mhm.
That's
you're
more of like
speak
a hobby or something.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Mhm.
That's a job you do on the side if you need extra cash.
That ain't that like that's the damn near equivalent of freaking mowing someone's lawn for $5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
Hours
have
hours that you can hours sorry, Leia, hours that you can make up on the fly. You can even freaking you can even take your own breaks. Nobody's telling you to You don't even punch in. You just go to somebody's house and say, "Hey, I'm going to walk your dogs today," and then you go, and then you come back and they pay you. Dog walker, like that's like, man, you better get your lay about ass off your high horse. You trying to complain about those who have to work ungodly hours? Bitch, I work at a freaking hotel that has 5 buildings, two that are connected by a bridge, that are connected by a bridge, right? So, a pseudo bridge, right? And we have to clean almost like each worker tends to have like 20 to 30 rooms to clean. You ain't gonna clean that many anyways, because most of the times the rooms that you clean are privacy half the time. Sometimes we get 13 checkouts, sometimes we get 20 checkouts, 12 arrivals sometimes. We don't even have a fucking elevator to these buildings. Each of these buildings. These are regular buildings that you have to walk upstairs. You gotta climb up those stairs to get your linen, get your supplies and all that stuff. You gotta climb those stairs to even check the rooms. Dog walker. Bitch, you walk around a fucking block with a bunch of dogs, and you're complaining about 20 hours. You're champion for people who have to work ungodly. I'm like, bitch, you don't speak for me. You don't speak for anybody who works 80 hours even. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yes, Redneck said, yeah, the subreddit closed down, started another subreddit that's returning to complain about working. And he also said the same person who went on the news was an outlet for another reason. And he says, oh, he's quoting Jordan Peterson. Oh, paraphrasing Jordan Peterson. Let's go with this one. He says, if anyone has to take you seriously on your belief of revolution and you can't even manage your own life, clean your room. You want anyone to take your ideas of revolution seriously and you can't even clean and manage your own room. Trying to get
Damn
my
straight.
trying to get my best Jordan Peterson impression. Love the way I love that man's voice. I don't care what anybody say. I really do. I really do love that man's voice. It's like he's like a human. If if nature would have it, he would freaking be he'd be Merlin from Sword and Stone, a live action. I'll make it happen. Trust me. It wouldn't be there. It wasn't terrible. I swear. But yeah, like that was one thing I wanted to talk about. Like, what's your thoughts about like somebody making a subreddit to bitch about working that many hours, even though that while at the same time trying to mask it as you're basically trying to complain for people who has to work ungodly hours or being called to work on their vacation or they get their vacations canceled without them being notified about it, right? But no, it's not even that. It's just people who are complaining about. I haven't been to the subreddit, of course. I wouldn't be able to anyways. The subreddit had to get taken out because shenanigans of the touch a baby kind. Or
It
y'all
sounds
gonna get.
like they more so like you said,
Well,
their hobby is they basically I'm a dog walker, and yet they said they work ungodly hours. Like what? You work as an office worker or something?
the guy even asked him was like uh most just do Kermit the Frog and his short pieces. No, nah, that's not even close.
I know.
I don't know who made that connection. I don't know how anybody would make that connection that to think that he's Kermit the
Th-
Frog.
They always like draw him with a lobster or something. It's just like,
Well, yeah, but like I'm just saying, like when they're trying to hear joint pizza, I don't think Kermit the Frog.
Never
I
never
really
thought
don't.
they.
or just with the lobster analogy, they would just draw him next to Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob.
I mean, at least that makes some kind of sense. The whole with the whole hell lobster thing, because you know how the that Red Skull thing happened
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
with
We
with
ain't gonna dredge that up. We ain't dredging
Mr.
that up.
Coast. Mr. Coates. Oh my god.
Mr. Shitty Coats.
Oh, let's not get on.
Man, I'll forever have a bone to pick with him. Even if he did even if he did give some of his money to charity, he's still on my shit list.
To me, he's just a racist asshole. I mean,
Yeah, thank you, Fizz. He pretty much is. He is. I have no respect for Tahishi Coates. I don't have any
I was
respect for him.
shocked when he brought him up in Invincible.
That got me. That when she's when his gay best friend brought that up, I was like, oh, then I guess we ain't gonna be friends with her then.
I have no respect for that man. It's pretty much what Fizz said that he is. He is just this
How many
racist
stages was it?
monster.
How many stages to drop her that I created out of that fucking show? Let me count real quick. She codes. Fourth way feminism. She did the three stages to drop that bitch. Y'all want me to tell you the stages?
What are they?
What are they? I'm really interested to hear.
First stage was a fourth way feminism. Like, oh shit, beware. That's a miserable bitch. That's a miserable bitch waiting to happen. And, in the same room, he says, "Tiny Hisi Codes are like, oh bitch, we ain't gonna be friends. You read books by that shit back. We ain't gonna be friends then." And then, come about episode 5, she brings up that they have a fucking social justice program. The cops are like, bitch, are like, okay, drop that bitch. You gonna be miserable just like she is. Drop that bitch. like the moment she brought that up, I said, okay, drop this bitch, Mark. Man, it'd be funny if one of our own professor side would we come in and say, can you cook it with the bitches, Wolf? Like in the movie Hardball. I remember that movie Hardball when like everything out of their mouth was bitch. And Keanu Reeves said, "Can we cool it with the bitches?" I was like, I was like, you know what? You know what? I actually agree with you because they can't swear right. These fucking child actors, like y'all can't even
Sounds
say.
like a 14-year-old just constantly just like grasp swearing and then just put swear words in every single sentence, like the guys at Duke Nukem Forever that they just constantly just do
Oh
swearing.
god, like Hardball is fun to watch, but it's like when those kids start swearing, I laugh because of how badly they do it. I'm
Ah,
like,
oh, they're gonna be in serious trouble with their parents.
no, they're fine because Michael B. Jordan was in it. And he got a career.
Oh. Just imagine just a kid just doing that for the film, and then he just does that in real life, just go like, Jimmy!
All I'm saying is like when I watched that when I remember watching that movie, you know, and it's like, man, like even as a teenager, I was like, can y'all not have these kids swear? Because they're not good at
Yeah.
it. It's so forced. It's like these kids are waiting for their mama's approval to say it.
Well, it's kind of like the writer probably thought, and this is a topic I was going to bring up to you for future topics for the show, but it's kind of like I was thinking, does Hollywood really understand middle class or the lower class? And they think that black kids in the ghetto say the B word all the time, every day of the week. And they wrote it like that, and they think that's something that we're going to enjoy listening to. So that's probably
Hardball
why
is
it came across the way it is. Interesting that you felt when you just what you just said made me understand. The writing was not
Did
honest.
any of you guys see Hardball? By the way,
No, I didn't see
I'm
Hardball.
afraid not.
it's a hard no. Damn, dude, that was in your era when you were born.
I did see it.
You know what I'm talking about when you hear them cuss.
Hmm
I'm like,
I
bro,
I wasn't in love with it, but I did see it.
I was saddened by the end too. Like
Yeah.
they kept twisting that damn knife. I was like, right at the funeral, I was like, oh man, stop, no man, stop. That's not cool, man. Y'all gonna make me cry some more. I done already cried at the boy death. Now you gonna make me cry at the funeral? G baby, cool man. He didn't have to die like that. Swear, truth be told, he didn't need to die like that. Oh man, what? Why? And fuck Michael B. Jordan character. I don't give a damn if he was involved with it or not. He was with them, guilty by association.
Exactly. It's been a long
Hope his
time
ass
since
went to
I've
jail
seen
after
it,
that.
but yeah.
I really do. I hope his ass went to jail after that. We may not be able to have the benefit of seeing it, but man, gonna leave your team and join a gang.
Yeah.
You stupid. I'm sorry. I'm getting carried away. What y'all want to talk about? I only covered that old anti-work bullshit. There's some other ridiculous shit I was catching up on. I can't remember for life of me. It might come back to me. But if you guys want to talk about anything, go ahead. This open mic.
Well, with the anti-work, um, I think we have a generation that don't know the value of hard work, and a generation that
Never will.
believes that everything you agree comes in their lap. And hard work means I can count how many jobs I had, like from high school to college, before I got the job that I'm satisfied with. Like was in college, I had to work part-time to sort of pay my way through school. And they may not be the best jobs and they may not be the most glamorous jobs, but hey, you know what? It got my bills paid and my rent
Hmm.
paid. And they're not learning the value of that. They're just absolutely thinking everything is supposed to fall into their lap because of who or what they are or their laziness. I said this generation is a lazy generation, and
The
you're gonna have
interviewer
to.
even brought it up. It's like you
Mhm.
just make a red to be lazy. Then I was like,
Yeah,
oh damn, you hit the nail on the head because that's what I was thinking too. Because the
yeah.
more he droned on, I'm like, you're basically giving me a whole paragraph just to say that you're lazy. Like all you want to all you need to do is say I just want to be
I think
lazy.
I kind of made this analogy before on one stream, like it's the Guild Wars Lockhart analogy, the magical meme. It's just like, okay, you're making yourself look like a fraud.
Here's another thing that I have to bring
Exactly.
up too is the fact that the Raiders attacked him because he's one of the he's formerly one of the mods. But it's like you're making us look bad. It's like, bitch, you already look bad by being anti-work. He just drew the nail in the coffin right there. Like ain't nobody making you look bad. You already made yourself look bad by saying you don't want to work.
if you don't
Just
want if you don't want to work, you don't eat and you don't get a paycheck. So how are you going to? They don't want to work, but they want to live this high flashy ghetto fabulous lifestyle, but they don't want to work for it. So how are you going to survive if you don't work?
this
How are
ain't
you
I
going to
don't
make
even think
means?
Blackpool was even involved with this group. I just think it's just people who think that when they watch TV, people just exist at the job.
Yeah, that's what they think. Yeah,
So I'm telling you guys
Oh
what
yeah,
you really
I made that analogy before, and as I was on the last stream, it was just like, yeah, yeah, they think that money and work is just all a product of Satan himself, and it was just like, have you been watching way too much TV? And given Brian's answer, and I think yes.
Brian's here.
No, Brian on the last stream when Brian was there.
Oh, okay. Yes. He he gave a
Yep, I
solid
was
yes
right.
that day. Yeah, it started coming back to me when we did the stream last Sunday. And I was like, boy, man, like we're raising a bunch like world's raising a bunch of pussies right now.
yeah, it is. I agree with you. I agree with you. And they want to be. I don't know what it is. I think they stay on social media too much. I think they want to just sit and be their like, one
Apathy.
job
Too much
description is
apathy.
I want to be a social influencer. They want to be on Facebook or they want to be on Twitter or Instagram, and they want
You
to
ever
just sit and be influencers and think they're supposed to make a lifetime living off of doing that. I mean, they're
when you come across certain job positions that people put themselves in, right? And you hear the ridiculous naming of them,
yes,
I'm like, that ain't no real job. That's just a title that they made up for you to be special, or they just hired you in and just gave you that title because you're just there for window dressing. Like
that's what
somebody being a gingered columnists.
What that
Like
even mean?
gender, like gendered columnists. What the fuck is that? You mean you write only two separate genders? So if it's a man, you gotta write about a man. If you write a woman, bitch, they both exist on the same page. Gendered columnists. What you say, Fizz?
What the hell is that even supposed to mean?
That's what I'm saying. Or son of Amanut's
Mm,
uh that RJ brings up in many of his videos, her position in Marvel, the the director of character development. I'm like,
no, she's not. That's not a diversity high position. That's actually very important.
How is that important, especially from
that
someone
What
I'm
the
a
exists?
not
what? What the
who's been
wait?
she's been screwing
Look
up
at the
forever.
name. Look at
Wait,
the
wait,
name.
wait, 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 wait. Back up. That's actually a real position.
Yes, that's actually very important. Look at the name.
The director of character development.
Now, reduce it to the last two
You
words.
can't direct character developments. You gotta make characters develop.
Yes,
That's what
That's
it's been
basically the whole
called.
point in the story.
and that's what someone Amanat has not been
No, no,
doing.
no, 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 Fizz. No, no. Real talk. That's a real thing in the comic book industry.
They basically made it a thing. She, her job
Are
was.
you being jokey or are you being
No,
serious?
I'm serious. Her job there was to, uh, control how the characters develop in the stories. She
That's
has
like
final
some
say.
Lord of Flies position.
She has final say. Final say. Did you not know that? She had final say on how the characters develop.
The bitch got a made up position, and yet
No,
she.
it wasn't made up. No. Well, she actually had power.
I
Sure, you
know.
could just keep spreading your conspiracy theories all across on
No,
that.
no,
We
no.
all know the truth is.
No, no, no. Real talk is why can't she just be a director? That's my qu- that, my qu- that's what I'm
Exactly,
trying to.
like directors even exist in writing, not just in films and shows. And
Why
not
you
even in
got
games
had
for
a
the matter.
long ass? No, my thing is does it have to be that fucking long?
I
That's
don't
my
know.
question.
That's what I didn't get. That's what I didn't get. I didn't know.
Why is they so interested in making their shit so fucking overly long? That's my
I
question.
hope someone doesn't even suffer from shoot, what's that name of that phobia? It's the fear of long words of phrases.
I
That's
mean, really, like if I had to create a leadership position title for myself, and I have to think like these is do it'd be like the director of StreamYard's setting up of streams. I'm like, why do you need that many words for a simple ass title? You're a director. You don't need to be the director of character development. You get what I'm saying? Or a gendered columnist. You're a columnist. Keep it simple, stupid.
I was going to say, if Sama Amanat is the character developer, she's doing a pitiful job of it. She is
She shouldn't even
terrible
have that
at it.
title.
Yeah,
She's a
she shouldn't.
director. She should be basically she's a director that's bad at directing her staff.
She is. She's bad at directing and she's bad at character development because her characters are empty shells. She's more of an activist than a creator. That's one of the problems. I said that's why altogether, if I had to read or talk altogether why show business and a lot of um why a lot of stuff is sucking right now is because behind the scenes there are people hired with no talent. They're either hiring activists or they're hiring the nephews and nieces of moguls who don't want to go out and get a regular job, who just want to, who feel that show business is them just showing up in the office and throwing a few things down, wait for the
I have to
paycheck so
work.
they
I
can
thought I
go.
was supposed to be here and
Yeah.
just say something and everything just
No,
just
but you're not supposed to be there and just say something. You're not in politics. This is work.
no. They think that they say it and it happens, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, no,
Apparently, yes.
no. You gotta get up off your ass from your keyboard, take the paper, you walk your ass down the hallway, give the paper to the boss, and then you take your ass back to your desk, back to your keyboard. You can play on your keyboard, but first you gotta do that little task first. Fuck this shit, I quit. Fine, bye bye. We didn't want your ass here no way, you fucking faker. Move on, Faker. You ain't
That's
no you ain't no Charles Barkley.
Mhm.
That's what they think. They think that they sit there, do nothing, give them the paycheck, they get in their car, they go shop in Beverly Hills and get on their TikTok and their Twitter and talk about where they're shopping at and what they're wearing and what their latest styles are, and then go home and wait for the check coming from their grandfather, their aunts, their dads, their
Oh
moms,
yeah,
their
they
aunts
think
and
that the
uncles.
money comes far away from their family pockets, huh?
Yeah, and all they feel that they have to go in and say, well, let's have boy and girl fall in love, boy and girl break up, boy and girl get back together again, throw a couple of songs in, end of
They don't
story,
go they
give
don't
me my
come back
paycheck.
together. They replace him with a gay lover.
I know.
Oh yes,
Well,
right, exactly,
usually
You
heterosexual.
lesbians,
forgot, Leia.
feminist representation. So of course it got to be lesbians.
This is what a female is. No, no. If a female was like that, we wouldn't exist. Our whole population
Exactly, yeah.
wouldn't grow.
Whenever it sounds like whenever they write a story, go into the example of like Captain Marvel or um Captain Faker. I'm just gonna call her because that is not Carol Danvers.
Mm.
But anyway,
Yes, I
they
agree.
just all she does is just what does she do? Oh, all throughout her childhood, people just tell her, "No, you can't do that," but yet she just stands up and all that. That's a self-help book. That's
Well,
not a
no,
story. Fuck off.
because she ain't facing opposition. Not an opposition that actually did anything. She didn't
Yet
have no
somebody
struggle.
chose her to fly their super experimental plane that she didn't even know about.
Simply because of who she
Apparently,
was.
yeah, that's how she apparently got her power instead of just being gifted upon her from her protege, who, by the way, is also her freaking boyfriend.
In comics.
Yeah, see, well, yeah, you're right. Captain Crap was basically nothing but a protest. It was a protest film. It was written by. It's an activist film. It's empty. It's
Why
empty.
are we
There is
revisiting
no
this conversation,
characters.
anyways?
Yeah, there is no character, and that's all. Like you guys said, I agree. That's why we're getting a lot of crappy stuff right now. Because I was just saying today, I was leading a list of upcoming projects and films for this year, and I'm telling you guys, are you excited about anything new this year coming down the pike? Because I went through the
Hell
list,
to
and I'm
no.
like, I should be
Wait.
excited about these
I got the
things.
perfect this right here will literally encapsulate my mindset of this year's upcoming movies.
Oh no.
I
That's
was just
me
gonna
and
say, and it's just like, "Ugh."
like like we're supposed to be me and the wife are supposed to be going to the movies tomorrow, and I'm just like the moment she brings it up, that's my whole demeanor the whole time. It's like, what the
Wait,
fuck
what
is
movie
really
you're gonna
coming
be
out that I'm
seeing there?
excited about?
I feel the same way, and never in my life have I ever not been excited about anything. Usually, when there's a year coming up, I'm like, I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see that. I'm going to get my tickets early. I'm going to be there
The
at that
only
showing. There's nothing I'm looking
the
forward
only
to.
movies that I'm waiting for, well, the only one movie that I'm waiting for, I gotta wait 2 years or 1 year. Sorry, 1 year to come out. Dune Part Two.
Wow,
That's
interesting.
it. That's fucking it.
You know, I thought it was just me, Commander. I was
At
saying
this
the
point,
other
I
day,
don't
like,
give a fuck what people say about the current movie that came out. They can bitch and badmouth all they want, but that's the only like fuck your No Way Home. Even though it's good, sorry, final.
oh,
No, you're okay.
You're the minority. I'm sorry. You get to be the
Oh no,
minority
it's
today,
fine. I had no
literally.
desire in seeing that
Here, you
anyway.
can have my skin too if you want. We could trade skins. You want to trade skins?
What?
I be I
What? No.
I be marshmallow. You be milk chocolate.
What? No.
Got you awkward there, huh? Got you in awkward position, huh?
Is are
Rocking
there?
hard place, right? No, this. Oh shit! This is the dark hour right now, guys. Y'all loving it, right? It's so bad that I'm actually asking Final to. I don't know what your race is. I'm gonna assume that you're white.
Oh my god.
Indeed.
It's like I'm asking him to trade skins with me.
To be
I
in charge
thought
of your own channel?
What? What?
To be in charge of your own channel? It's your show.
I didn't say you're gonna be in charge, motherfucker. I said I want to trade skins with you. I didn't say trade positions. The hell you doing? You trying to challenge the wolf?
he acting like being black is
No, I'm
required in
asking you
order
a
to run the
question.
channel.
I'm like, why you ask that question? Like, you want me to be in charge of your own show or something?
I didn't
Like,
say
this
that.
is yours, not mine.
I'm like you want challenge. I mean challenge accepted. You got balls, man. I give you that.
I mean, I
I'll bump
already got
you.
my own
Hell,
stuff that I got going on.
I'll bump you to number 2. You'll be my Riker.
I mean, well, first of all,
Crickets. I thought I was flattering him, or maybe I blue screened him.
yeah. Oh,
I think I broke him, guys.
Oh no, I'm still here. I'm fine.
I now imagine calling a skinny Asian Pokey.
No, I remember that American Dad.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Sheesh.
Oh
I
man.
thought I thought it was just me when you said excited about a film. I said, "My God, I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with me, but I'm not
No,
excited
there's
about
nothing wrong
anything.
with any of us. There's
Even
really
even for
nothing wrong with any of us.
even for streaming, there is not one movie, TV show, project I am interested in seeing, and I'm sure as the devil is
Well,
alive,
there's one.
I'm not watching that Lord of the Rings on Amazon. That is going to be a disgrace. So
There's
I
one. There's one thing I want to
Even
say.
if that's supposed to be the
Hang on,
Silmarillion,
hang
it
on.
does
Go ahead.
not have any of the
Hang on.
Oh,
Fizz, go ahead.
I'm going. I'm probably going. I'm going to pirate the Moon Knight TV show when that comes out.
Okay. I mean,
I will
I ain't
I
even
will
seen the trailer yet.
Yeah, you ain't seen. It's been out.
I know it's out, but I haven't seen it.
they're going I believe there'll be a second one during the run of the Super Bowl, a more extended full trailer that will probably run. So I'm sure they'll
You know what
post,
trailer I'm
you know.
still waiting on? Sorry, Leia.
Go
You know what
ahead.
trailer I'm still waiting on? Jurassic Park Dominion. Where the fuck are you?
Jurassic World.
I don't give a damn. I
Now
don't give a
final
I
damn.
don't care if it's Jurassic World. It's still
I'm
Jurassic
still
Park.
waiting on a damn trailer. That's my point. We only got like a 5 minute opener, and that's all we got to go the fuck by. That's it. That's all you gonna give us? That's another thing. They did the same shit with Moonfall. I'm not even interested in Moonfall. I'm sick and tired of freaking Roland Emmerich.
Yeah, I have no
Disaster
interest.
movie having ass.
Yeah, I
Give
have
me
no
another Stargate, bitch,
interest.
and then we'll call it even. Maybe maybe then I'll probably watch more of your movies. Give me another Stargate, and don't make it a disaster movie, motherfucker.
Hmm.
That's all I'm asking. Stop making quit with the damn disaster movies, man. It's the reason why we hate your ass
No
for
one's asking for another
Godzilla.
Sharknado, is what we're saying.
Nah,
I, like,
if he
I
made
love. I
Sharknado,
love. I love 2014 Godzilla movie.
he didn't make that though.
Oh, you talking about 1998 one?
1998.
Oh God, that. I mean,
That
I want to
yeah
go into that.
yeah. I still remember his fucking comments on the conceptualization of that Godzilla, and this is like this should have been an eye opener for Hollywood from the start when you got directors that badmouth the conventions of the genre that you're supposed to bring to America for your American experience, your American version of it, and you got this idiot freaking trash talking the convictions of Tokusatsu kaiju films. Bitch, if you thought a giant lizard breathing fire trashing down a city was too unrealistic, why the fuck you take the job in the first place? The money could not have been that damn good. You were good with Independence Day, bitch. If I want to bring up old shit, I will. Bitch, before Godzilla, you were making Independence Day. Okay, you already made Independence Day. We were doing just fine with that shit. But no, you went ahead and went with Godzilla. I wish they would have kept the director that was on board with that shit. Yeah,
The guys on 1990 was trying to do was try to rip off Jurassic Park.
yeah. That's what Emmerich did. That's what Emmerich did.
How you have a Godzilla that don't have a breath weapon? You got Godzilla that just super digging skills, and also female and reproduces asexually, and it was reason and he died gets killed halfway through the movie by a
But did you say
torpedo.
that Godzilla with super digging skills or something? Like
Yes,
if he
the
can dig around
1998.
like a
skills.
mole or
Yeah,
something?
yes,
Yeah, he can burrow really good.
well,
That's
she. That's
that's
1998 Godzilla. She. Yeah.
it's asexual. There ain't no female.
Well,
It's a
just like
male.
aphid, just like aphid.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's how you quantify that shit.
But aphids are all female, literally, and
They
they
are,
reproduce
aren't they?
asexually. Yeah. And also she gave birth to a bunch of eggs that hatch into Velociraptor ripoffs.
Pretty much. The best thing about it is that they spared the actors out that were going to mocap not mocap but wear the suits on stilts. Yeah, oh y'all know
Uh,
about that?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they before
Neither
they
did
went
I.
before they went full before I continue this story, if you guys want to watch any kaiju commentary or documentaries, somewhat check out Big Action Bill, who's doing he's starting to rework his videos more now, adding more information as he did in the previous films, but he's covering all the Godzilla films. This is where I got my information from about the actors wearing. They were proposing to have the actors to wear full body suits, much like a la Aliens,
Okay.
and they had stilt. They kind of had like stilt feet, but they couldn't get the effect right because every time they attempted, the actors kept tripping over and falling. You know, good on them to scrap that because yeah, workplace injury is a serious thing. But yeah, that's like they went for more animatronic and CGI, which was a better choice. Even though CGI kind of looks too cartoony to compared to today's effects, or even compared to Jurassic Park's effects at the time. I mean, yeah, I remember. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes, I do
Don't act
remember
like
the
I don't.
Jurassic Park. No, I
Well,
remember when the effects that were done for the first Jurassic Park film. I do remember
mhm.
that, and at that time, how it blew everybody away, how that was done. They still hold today every now and then when I go back and look back at Jurassic Park. So I get what you're saying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yep, I do. Absolutely, I do remember that. I do.
Marshmallow makes you think of man. Stop thinking of Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, I thought you were thinking of like the. I thought, or maybe it's just like the little mini Stay Puffs from the Ghostbusters Afterlife when they were raiding
I knew you
a
won't bring that
Walmart or
shit up.
something in the clip.
But that reminds me, I'm glad we're not having another Gremlins movie. At least I hope not,
They're still talking about it.
because modern day Hollywood. I don't want modern day Hollywood to touch Gremlins.
They better not, because
I
I know.
hope they don't.
'Cause I'm already guessing that the Gremlins are gonna be a stand-in for Black people, and
Probably so.
and 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 they all
don't
go
get
and
my blood pressure raised up, man. I'm already wheezing.
they all go have rap start playing
Still
rap
going.
music and start partying
No,
and
no, no, no. You know what? I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna do you one better. They're gonna make each and every gremlin look like a fucking celebrity, and they're gonna look ugly
Ah.
as shit. Cause you know that ain't gonna look right. You're gonna have a Cayenne West gremlin. You're gonna have a Will Smith gremlin. Oh my goodness, I don't even want to see a Will Smith gremlin.
okay, that's not really important. What is important, what I'm gonna care about is that they gonna have
The
the
story's gonna be
Gremlins.
shit.
The Gremlins are all gonna be black folks partying, and when the white people in neighborhoods
Blacks
complaining
and
about it,
Mexicans.
uh,
Don't
uh,
forget Mexicans.
and the time movie plot is gonna be white folks complaining about it, and then you already know what's going on, right?
Oh, they're gonna have a white girl save the day.
Exactly.
It's gonna be see that's gonna
And
segue to
criminals
my
are just
next complaint.
misunderstood.
Yeah, that's gonna segue to my next complaint. Have you ever noticed how these white women like all this shit started with when white women start complaining about shit that they ain't got nothing to do with their asses?
I see.
Yes.
All this shit started because these bitches were crowing over shit that ain't got shit to do with them. And yeah, they one of my mini rants I had in my head today. I was like I just noticed that these white bitches all this shit, the feminist movement, all this shit, all started because these bitches kept crowing about shit that ain't got shit to do with them. That never had anything to do with them. Going to war, getting drafted. Ain't never had shit to do with
They're
your
the
ass
ones that
with the
caused the
men.
mess, and now they want others to just clean up their mess. Bitch, that's you.
Voting
You
rights.
clean that up.
I'm like
Clean your room.
Or they
Make your
want to blame the mistakes in their life on the men in their life. If a
mhm.
bad relationship
Yeah, that's the
failed,
victim
it's
mindset, actually.
there's a lot of
Well,
that going on. The victim mindset,
Victim mentality everywhere,
victim
all over the damn
mentality.
place.
It's because I broke up with him or he
All
broke up with
time high.
me. I guarantee. I just saw a story the other day.
Leia's got
Where,
a story to tell.
well, I didn't watch all of it, but I think it was one of the playmates that was at the Playboy Mansion, and now that
Hmm.
Hef's dead, she
Oh
decided to come out with her
damn.
story. And she did. She said, now that he's dead, I feel brave enough to speak my mind. And she talked about all her life. Her life goal was to be a Playboy money at the mansion and be one of Hef's girlfriends. And I did everything I had to do to try to win that man's attention. So when she got the attention and she got there, she said she fell to drugs and alcohol and she was unhappy.
He ain't put
And
them
Hef
drugs in
was
your
there to
hand.
give. That's that's what I said. And
If
she
he
was.
if he did, then yeah,
Mhm.
she has a I'm sorry, Leia. She
Go
has
ahead.
she has a platform to stand on. You know, I mean, if that if he literally put the drugs in her hand and made her swallow them,
Oh
bitch,
yeah,
nobody put no drugs in your hand.
Mhm.
and that
You
she was
said-
at these.
These were her words. She
Yes.
fell into drugs. She didn't say he made me take drugs.
That's that you get. That's what they're not looking at. And
Mhm.
she talked
Exactly.
about the wild sex parties she had to be at, and all the wild
No, you didn't.
sex, and then the nudity. And I'm thinking, this is Playboy. Wouldn't you be nude in Playboy?
That's your job.
Exactly.
Yeah. What would you think? And I'm listening to this girl like, what did you think you were thinking when you moved into the Playboy mansion? What did you
Bitch,
thought? It
you
was
didn't read the
Cinderella's castle?
magazines. You didn't look at the magazines what you do at the play on the you know when you take the pictures that didn't cross your mind. That's what you doing all day, posing naked for a
Mhm.
magazine. Did,
There's
did,
going to be.
did you miss that part? Is that you gonna be butt ass naked, no matter where the location at? You taking a picture. That's all you're doing. Nobody say
Mhm.
you got to fuck the man. He didn't say you got to fuck.
Yes.
The dude already got a wife. Last time I checked, he
Mhm.
has a wife. But you
and,
there, you see. This is what Cat always brings up in many of her streams. These bitches be coming in thinking that they want a relationship out of the deal. I'm like, you not there for no motherfucking relationship. You there to work.
Mhm.
You ain't his mistress. You ain't his wife to be. You are there to work. That's like me going to
I
Jay. That's like me going to Jay Z thinking I'm gonna be his fucking best man at his second wedding if him and Beyonce don't work. You know how dumb that sounds?
Great.
really dumb.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
I take it. No, let me rephrase. That'd be like me going to Chris Rock thinking I'm gonna be his friend and be part of his stand up, whatever stand up he think he gonna do, if he ever do another stand or they. That'd be like me going after Dave Chappelle after people coming after his head and thinking we're gonna be friends that day. Dave Chappelle a businessman. He ain't got time for my ass. He'll talk to me, yeah. He'll talk to me, but we not friends. Not yet, anyways. We can work it up to that, but I'm not gonna go there thinking he gonna be my friend immediately. And I damn sure ain't gonna tell nobody he my friend because I met him. Am I right?
Mhm.
Damn
Exactly.
straight.
I agree absolutely 100%. And
I'm
I'm
sorry,
listening.
lad. Continue the bitch's story. This story is getting even more stupider,
It
and
is.
you guys are hearing my rebuttals every time I'm hearing this shit, right?
Yes, I don't blame you because as I watched this
Absolutely.
interview, yes,
Y'all love my
I
rebuttals, don't y'all?
I was thinking the same thing. She continued to say when she as time went on, she like you said, she fell into drugs and alcohol and wild sex
Bitch, you
and
had sex with
she
them. They had sex
was
with you because you're a bunny.
Mhm.
she was
Who wouldn't
suicide.
want to have sex with you? A
Yeah,
bunny.
she that's what I was
Exactly.
thinking. What was she thinking by going there? What was
You
she
gotta be happy that
expecting?
dudes were having sex with you because you're a bunny.
What, she
You
thinks
got
she
the
was just gonna
benefits.
be in like some sort of
He got
bachelorette or
one
something?
wife.
Yeah.
Where you just go on a date with a bachelor or something?
I'm
You know
saying he
this one
got
where
one
you just
wife.
pick up.
One wife. You get to have a lot of dudes. I don't know what you bitching about. Or girls, if you swing that way, you can
she
have all that shit. He said, look, he said, like look, you signed the paper, you want to be part of this, so you can go there and do whatever the fuck you want, but you gotta be at here at 8 o'clock in the morning to have these shoots. Time is money.
that's what I said, Wolf. I'm like, what was she thinking by going there? Like, what she thought it was Cinderella's castle? This is the Playboy Mansion. You are there. Your body is your product. That is what you're
Hmm.
there for. But she just kept talking how suicidal she was when she was there, and she
Why
blamed
is
you
he
after.
responsible for your suicidal thoughts? That's your self esteem eating up at you.
That's exactly what I said. I said, this woman sounds like she has some issues that she thought fame could solve for her. And because the fame didn't solve it for her, she's putting all of that, she's playing victim. She even said, I tried to leave the mansion, but Hugh wouldn't love her. She says, about if I, because everybody's asking, if you were that, I said, if you were that unhappy, you could have walked away. But she claims that Hugh would have had tapes about me and pornography stuff I did, and my career would have been
Is
Bitch,
that the
your
easy.
face
job?
is on a magazine. It's everywhere. What can he blackmail with you?
Everyone can
What
see
could
that. We know
your
you're
face is
there.
on? I bet you your face is on the front cover, featuring your ass. What's he blackmailing you for?
Mhm.
I said the same thing. I think what it is with this girl sounds like she had some issues, thought being a Playboy bunny would solve it for her, but when it didn't, she's playing victim. And now she says, I'm here to expose Hugh Hefner.
Continue
He
the
ruined
story
my life. Like,
before
you
we get into
ruined your
Neil's
life.
car. Oh wait,
Mhm.
that's the end. She ruined her own life.
No, she's alive, but I'm saying
No, no,
what
I'm
I
saying
listen.
she
Mhm.
ruined her life, and she blamed the man for that.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, she puts all the blame on Hugh Hefner.
Oh, that's
Same,
the end. That's
yeah,
the end.
yes.
While the Negro dead.
I know.
Yes.
I know he's dead. I mean, what the hell?
Like, okay, I like to say something about this when going through this. Okay, if you think you're saying, oh, but I can't even leave as much as they tried to. It sounds like you didn't. If you want to leave, just go up to them and say you want to leave, and they'll talk about this. All right.
Yeah.
And even when you did
Motherfucker
break
didn't
up
have
with
that big
this,
of a
it's
contract
the
on your
basic rule
ass.
of life. Yeah, like, okay, it's the basic rule of life when specifically you're going through a breakup. When you break up with someone, don't go to them. That means no phone calls, don't go to their house, no texting, don't go to their coffee shop or whichever shop they go to, whichever the hell they're at. Just say, nope, that's history. I'm moving forward. Move on.
I wonder how many
Agreed,
sides
finally.
I
She
split with my
she could
comment.
she could have walked away from that mansion anytime she got ready. She could
All
have
she had
walked
to do
away.
was follow the contract, see how far she goes, and wait for it to be done, and
Hmm.
get the fuck on. Pack your shit and get the fuck on.
If she was that unhappy. Yes. That's exactly what she could have did. I agree with you.
Stupid
That's what I kept
broad.
saying. But now she's on the Hugh Hefner ruined my life train. Like everything else in Hollywood, all
Is
these
she the
victims
only
in
one?
Japan. There are other she was the I think she was the only one. I think she was the only one telling her story.
I hope she's the only one because if anybody else come after her saying that bullshit, I'm like, faker, faker, Baker, Baker. All you bitches was happy in the like
There
every
was just
time I
like,
see.
you're a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
They're all putting there were a few, but I'm
A
listening
few,
to the I'm
only a
listening.
few.
Yeah, not a lot. It wasn't a lot in the interview, but this woman wanted the spotlight to be on her, and she
Of
wanted.
course,
She
it's
took up
usually
the yeah
you have those ones
yeah
where it's all about me.
yeah.
It's not. It's not. It's not about these bitches. It's all about me. I'm the first one to speak. It's all about me. It's my time. It's her turn. It's
and
her turn. No, it's my turn.
that's what she said. She said, he's dead now, but I'm ready to speak out. I'm ready to tell the whole truth. I'm not scared anymore. The Me
Oh,
Too movement
shut
has
up.
empowered me. That's what she said.
And it
Uh,
always goes back to the Me Too movement.
Yes, yep. She says it's
And
empowered
what
her.
was it that I said when you go through breakups?
You need a fucking
Exactly.
movement
You
to
don't
speak
go to
up.
them.
Yes.
No, 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 no. Back up. You need a fucking movement to speak up. There's bitches before you that spoke up with true life stories. Where were
Yeah.
you then, bitch?
Mhm. She could have.
I'm sorry. I need to ease up
No,
on the bitches, huh? Don't I need to
no, because
ease up
I was
on the
angry.
bitches?
When I watched the interview, I didn't buy anything she was saying. But there were these other women that were sitting there like, we are so happy you are telling your story. We are so happy that you're saying this. Because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but lately there just seems to be this. Whenever for nowadays, in order of a TV movie or biography to get made, it has to be the man has to be the reason the woman is unhappy, particularly a white Caucasian male has ruined someone's life. I'm seeing more and more of that lately, just
Usually a
like
white
what this
woman
woman
too.
said.
those are
Yes, white women too.
those are that Michael
Yeah,
Jackson thing. Was that still?
yeah. There's is and I'm
Oh,
listening to her talk.
that's already been debunked years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm listening to her talk,
But
and I said, I'm not buying her story. I'm not buying her story. It sounds like to me, like
hmm
Final was saying, she could have left, like you said, Wolf, once her contract was done, if she was so depressed to the point that she wanted to commit suicide, she should have said, my contract is over half. I'm walking, and left that Playboy lifestyle behind. That's what she could have done if she was that
and here's
depressed about
another
it.
thing that
But she didn't.
here's another thing I want to add to that. Yeah, here's one thing I want to add to that too, which this is the reason why I think that's a whole. Let me tap into my inner whiteness. It's a whole load of horse hockey. Okay, bitch, he can replace your ass with another babe. There's a dime a dozen you at that motherfucking mansion.
Mhm.
You could have left, like everybody in this panel has said.
Right,
You
right.
could have walked away,
Exactly. That's why I kept saying, why did you
but you
not
didn't.
walk away? But you didn't. But you didn't. You stayed there long
Negrette
enough.
prostitutes can't walk away. You could. You ain't no prostitute.
Tina Turner ran out in the middle of traffic and left Ike Turner with 35 cents in her wallet. Everybody knows the story. The night that
Mm.
when she left, like in the movie, this is true, in a hotel, when Ike went to sleep, she just took off with her wallet and ran out of there and not looked back. She only had 35 cents in her wallet, but she fled and left Ike because she could not take it anymore. Penniless she was, but she left. You don't you don't see that now. What these women do now is they play
Yes.
victim. They play
It's a
victim,
promotional
and
picture of Melissa. Sorry, Leigh. I was addressing
that's okay.
Redneck's question. Yes, it's Melissa Joan Hart who plays Sabrina Spellman in that '90s Sabrina show. It's a promotional picture of her. She has bare feet in it. It's like, oh my goodness.
Look, Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
She's
Oh
she's
no,
still
that's
cute
something.
today, but damn,
Oh.
I I I didn't think they had a promotional photo with her with just her feet, no shoes. She got that like damn girl, you got down like that. Okay. By the way, mhm,
Go at it.
the
There you
brilliant
go.
star that shines through the night, the winter winds that leave crime cold, Rise a man stands before you. Rise up, chop. Rise up, kick. That's it. I'm tired, dude.
And it doesn't stop.
Oh, is this just mimicking the Kamen Rider opening for that?
Redneck, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%. I was reading Redneck's comment, and I just want to make sure I agree with you. That's true, Redneck. And then you have the people, the person, they asked the people who did this interview, who sponsored this, why did they do this? And they said that they wanted to tell this woman's brave story of how she had to stand up to Hugh Hefner and how stunning she is and how she's out to get
That's
powerful
just
men.
disgusting.
Oh no.
I'm like, they
That's
just
here's
just
another
and the media and the
another thing I
media
wanna
the
add
media
real
is
quick.
the media is just giving into that.
Go ahead, Wolf.
Here's one thing I want to add to that. It's no wonder why we got a fucking tranny on the damn cover now, or a dude pretend to be a tranny.
What's
on,
up,
on,
what's all these
on,
Oh, I
pretend
don't know
trannies?
about that, do ya?
What's up, all these
What?
pretend
What?
trannies? In my opinion,
There's far too many of them.
transsexuals already pretend women. In my opinion, is not biologically a woman, but
it's not.
what's up with pretend
Oh,
trannies?
well, they know. No, the real ones know that they will never be women. They just want to look like a woman. I'm talking about these motherfuckers that just fake women and still claim to be women. And that's another thing I want to bring up too. Freaking erasure of women. Oh goodness. I feel bad for you, Leia, and all the other women out there.
We're becoming an
Y'all gonna
endangered species.
man, they're erasing everything. Everything's being an endangered species. We're pretty much gonna be an indigenous tribe at this point.
Yes, it is. It's
We
just
might as
it's
well
just
be.
I agree. I hope I'm not offending anybody out there in the trans community who's listening, but I
Let me slow you down. Let me slow you down. What was the
because I was about to
rule?
say, don't apologize for any of the
Everything goes.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Everything goes. Don't apologize. Say what the fuck you want to say. Fizz pretty much do that all the damn time. My thing is that if you don't want anything to come back on you, don't say it. That was my rule,
Well,
wasn't it?
And I was just about to say one thing on what
This is a
Leia was
free
about to
speech
say when
corner.
going through. Okay.
go ahead, final. You were going to say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. It was when you're about to say, "Oh, how brave she was just to act out the inhumanity of this playboy and just like all that." While she's just telling that, yeah, she was pretty sad about it. I was just like, that's just disgusting. You're just gonna turn her pain and suffering into an object lesson and apparently showcasing to potential uh criminals or scum about this. Their pain and suffering's not a motivational poster. Fuck off.
I agree. There's
Sound like
they
Brian right
are.
now.
I think the people doing these. Yeah, you're right, Neil Star. They said she waited till he died. I think they are using some of these documentaries for pandering. I think some of the people behind this have a bias or prejudice, if you want to call it. They are so angry at men that they only want to do stories that live up to what they think men are.
Should
That's it.
ask your
That's
mother
all they want
abort
to
your
do.
ass.
That's all they want to do. And that's why
Yep.
we're seeing more. I'm seeing more and more of this because right now on Hulu, of course, they have the Pam and Tommy Lee story, and the director said that
Oh goodness.
and what I'm seeing and I'm hearing from people that Pamela Anderson is playing innocent victim and it's all Tommy Lee's fault that her life was
Of course
miserable.
it
And I'm
is.
like,
No, that's
yeah.
how Hollywood plays it.
Yes, it's all Tommy Lee's fault, but Pamela Anderson is innocent as the
Pam.
driven snow. And that's why I said I'm
How are
not
you a
bothering this
victim when you
thing.
can suffocate his ass with them tits?
She
No,
says
no,
she's
Pam. How are you a victim when all you need to look? All you need to do was wait for the motherfucker to go to sleep, and you lay your tits on his face. Problem solved. Bitch, you was in VIP. Didn't you do that to the other dudes on the damn set? Pam,
she
Pam. Simple solution. Wait for the motherfucker to go to sleep. You lay on top of him, and you sit your tits on his face, and you hold him down there. That's all you need. That's all you need to do. You ain't gonna get no DNA trace back. There ain't no DNA to trace back on bare tits. That's all you need to do. You in
never
fact
want.
in fact you can even call it an accident. We were in the thralls of passion. He didn't give me the safe word. I didn't lift up quickly enough, and he suffocated underneath my tits. It was such a tragic.
Everybody forgets that again. These women need to watch What's Love Got to Do with It, because there's not one moment that Tina Turner ever played victim. Yes,
Mm-mm.
she was in an abusive relationship, but there's not one time out of that whole story and interviews did she ever play victim. She went on with her life. She wanted to move on from it. Yes, it happened, but she moved on from it. She
Doesn't change
never
that fact.
used it as a victim card. And
Nope.
look where her career went. She never played it. She of
She
all
kept making
people,
music.
yeah, she kept making music. She
She
of
could,
all people could play victim, but she never played victim. We all saw the movie. We
she
all
kept
know,
making music.
yeah. She she
Most of
she
these bitches, that's all they have is their victimhood.
Yes, that's it. That's all they play on. And I think it's because Wolf, a lot of them didn't become the big stars they thought they were going to be. So you know what? It's the man's fault. You held me back. You made me not be what I'm supposed to
You
be. But
told me you were
you,
giving me the world.
yes, you told me
Okay.
this. Yeah. And that's now what they want to do. They want to jump on this man hate this Me Too train and try to become, they're using victimhood to get the Hollywood celebrity they never got because maybe they weren't that talented, and now they want to play that. And mostly I notice it comes from to actresses that weren't that talented, want to they want to use that to make them stars. They don't realize you are responsible for you. They do not want to, yeah, they do not want to take responsibility for the mistakes in their life. If you fell in love with a guy, you could have said, you know what, I fell in love with this guy and it didn't work out. Or you know what, I got wrapped up into the lifestyle, I thought this was going to make me happy, but it didn't make me happy all along, and I moved on. They won't do it. They have to sit and say, well, the man did it to me, he did it to me, this boyfriend did it to me. And that's why a lot of these films I'm not even watching, because it was, they're playing, it's victimhood films, it's victimhood documentaries, and that seems to all they want to make. It's a one-sided story. The man never has a chance. Do they realize that there are wicked women in the world too? There are Jezebels
No,
in the
they they
world.
they
There are
they
women who
know.
are devious.
They know. They know. Here's
That-
here's 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 where you're missing it, Leia.
okay.
Here's where you're missing it. We're living in a world where people do not want to admit that they're wrong about things. They the comfortable lie is more well, the lie is more comfortable than the hard truth. That's the problem.
Ah,
That's the problem. Like I've told you guys in the last stream, all this stuff has come to pass because tight-lipped, lots of tight-lipping. People have lost their balls to speak up against bullies or any other bullies. We are also in a world where people have been conditioned to, like I said, keep a tight lip on certain things, or rather, they don't want to be seen as a judgmental or the one doing the wrong thing or saying the wrong thing. Of course. Um, what else did I say
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
before?
Well, you're saying you're in a world where they don't want to admit that they are wrong.
That
Even in the
that's one
choices
of
that
them.
they make in their lives, they don't want to admit that the mistakes are their own.
I'm talking about the people on the outside. Not talking about the perpetrators. I'm talking about the people. It's basically apathy, the world of apathy. No, nobody.
Good.
Some people don't want to confront the issue because they don't want to be seen as being one involved. They don't want the stress of the they don't want to be
They're
being
just afraid they might want they're just afraid that they think they might go to hell if they just do that. It was just like, okay,
that too.
if you're a scum on the earth, if you're really scum, yeah, you would. But if you actually take up on responsibilities and own up to your mistakes, that will lead you to greathood. But even greater, just let go.
you know it's also irking me too to no end as well. It's the fact that why am I losing my train of thought? Damn it, Final. You see what happens when you interrupt me?
No.
It's your fault. I, I'm pointing the finger at you. Pointing the finger at you. Your fault. Kidding, kidding. No, but like, yeah, there's people that are. you- it's funny how they always talk so silent. Hey, Eloise.
Hmm. You,
Now I know her absence. I will note that you were sick today.
okay, got it.
Otherwise, I should have been here before your ass, Fizz.
Got it.
You know, she always answers the call quickly. She's the bear of the north. She's there in a flash. Phew! Every time I drop that link, she. Pew! I'm like, okay, I expected Fizz to be here, but okay, you're here before him. Fizz, you need to work on that.
Mhm.
Better catch up, boy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But no,
This Alex and that's
what what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
like
God.
just pretending that Eloise is like just running back into the stream and then just goes back just go like
Are you doing your Kafka Palazzo imitation?
the what?
Are you doing Kefka Palazzo?
Oh, the main villain in Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah,
No. Even if I were, I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs because he's supposed to be a maniac.
right. It'd be like,
Oh, just do the 16-bit laugh.
yep, pretty much. But yeah, it's this stuff
I
got
think I
perpetrated.
can. I think I actually can try to do
Don't
Kefka's
try it.
voice specifically
Don't try it.
in Dissidia. Actually,
Next time, don't try it.
don't try what?
Next
Okay,
time, don't try it.
Hmm.
Today.
all right.
Bad enough I'm already laughing in your damn ears. I don't need to bust your eardrums that much, but dang it. Not mine. I need my ears tomorrow. I'm aware, but dang it, it's slow when I heal. It's slow. When I especially when I'm unwinding right now. Let me digress. My point is with my speech, if I ever get to the final end of these speeches, you know, you guys know how I am. This stuff happened because, like I said, people got shamed into to believing that they're bad people. There have been movies and stories that portray them as such stereotypes. Of course,
Mhm.
you had children that of course has a broken home, basically building these communities up. You have children that have rich parents that are bored with the lives that build up these communities too as well. Worse, when it comes down to it, certain characters, certain people, you know how they always tout silence is violence. They're not wrong. The
Hmm.
problem is they're the ones that are saying it, and they're the ones that are crying wolf, and yet they're the ones um, behind the scenes are doing villainous things. And worse, they point the fingers at those who are of good intentions, so that we can take our attention off of them while focusing our attention on those who try to do good or try to speak sensibly. and they've done a good job of manipulating people like that. They're shit at everything else, but they're damn good at manipulation. I gotta hand it to them on that one. So of course, so that's you see why they put social in every damn thing that they talk about, right? Because they work on their social skills. They have a mastery of that,
Mm.
and that's why they were able to get away with half the shit that they got away with, which is really hilarious when you think about it. And I will even dare I say it, you know, I'm one of those many people who stood by and let them do it. Any one of us have. But you know what? Hope came in the form of us attempting to fight back. That that right there is something. We're finally we're tired of the gaslighting. We're tired of the bullying and the abusive and emotional abusive, all forms of abuse, by the way, all forms, not just one by one, all forms of abuse. You know what those forms are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Getting people fired from their jobs based on Twitter comments.
That's emotional abuse, or even voc vocal abuse. Is it vocal abuse? Somebody help me in the
I
chat.
think you mean verbal abuse or something.
Thank you. Verbal. I can't even word today.
But either way, it should be the same.
Eloise, why are you even up? Get some rest. Drink you some chicken noodle soup
Which
while you at it.
which Final Fantasy game had Ultros the
Six.
Octopus? I think it was
6.
yeah, it was Final Fantasy 6. I remember him being in there. I don't think he
Glug,
was
glug, glug,
in.
glug, glug. You look
I know he was
tasty,
not in Final
British.
Fantasy
Glug, glug,
1.
glug. Was he?
I mean, yeah, I remember he was in 6. I don't think he was even in Final Fantasy 5.
Nah. I only remember him being
He was
6.
certainly not in 4.
No.
But
Definitely
yeah, he
6.
was in Final Fantasy 6.
Glug, 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 glug. Nasty motherfucker, too. I couldn't stand his ass. When he finally died, I was happy. I like his battle. I like his battle, though. Battle was actually really interesting. Final Fantasy 4 was 6. 6. I'm sorry. 6 was very interesting in that regard. Many Final Fantasies after that really adopted that mindset, especially 10. Why am I hearing myself?
Must have all your own audio on, your own video up with audio on.
I don't hear you. Well, echoing, but
It ain't me echoing.
oh, am I?
It's from somebody else's device. Y'all would tell me I'm echoing if y'all heard
Oh,
me,
am I
Yeah, we
echoing?
heard you echoing.
huh?
Not me. 'Cause I got my headphones on.
Okay,
I have headphones on too,
this time.
and the rest of my other
I mean, my mic's
devices.
on mute. Yeah, my
Yeah,
mic was on mute, so it
Couldn't be.
certainly is
It
not
couldn't be
mine.
me because my headset's on too. I don't know.
I was on mute for a second, but I'm back up now, so maybe that
We'll
was it. I'm
soldier.
not
We'll
sure.
soldier. Glub glub glub. Neosar says, just like how the people complaining about privilege are most likely taking things for granted, a lot of the people saying silence is violence often turn a blind eye to actual malicious behavior, or are the perpetrators of it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
forget that.
absolutely. Like I said, it just this victimhood mentality seems to be running
Wounded gazelle.
in
Let's call it
society.
that.
Yeah, they do not want to take responsibility, like I said before. But I heard you when you said, I was muted, but I heard you when I talked about how they don't do stories about devious women, that women, that the mentality is men are the antithesis of evil and women are pure as the driven
Epitome.
snow and can do no wrong, epitome of evil. And women can never do no wrong. They're perfect. We don't make mistakes. We're not devious. We're not capable, but men do everything wrong. That's a horrible message to send, and that is wrong. There are no perfect people in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is capable of a sin. and everybody is capable of doing bad. Bad behavior could be in a man, bad behavior could be in a woman. A
And a
woman can
child.
have in a child. A woman can have a ego just as much as a man does. A woman can be devious just as much as a
Preach,
man
sister,
does.
preach.
A woman,
Preach to the power of pussy.
a woman can be as seductive and just as a man does. So to send this message that that's something only a man does is ignorant and stupid. I'm just going to come right out and say it with pride. It's ignorant and stupid. It's a shame that the media
Hallelujah.
is perpetuating this stupid lie to this generation, to their children, simply because they're unhappy with their own lives. That's all this
Let me
is.
bless thee.
Oh, this.
Right when we're getting to the good shit. Why?
No, she was past the good shit. I just blessed her.
Yes, he just blessed me. Yes, that is perfect picture to show in the evening. Yes, he sure.
Preach to the power of pussy.
And I'm getting tired of this. And this is in real life. It's in all our entertainments. It's in all our franchises. Man is
It's
bad
basically
and
just,
evil, but
I'll tell you
women
what they've
is
done so
good.
far. I tell you what they've done with most of these films and any of these female led movies. They basically copy the Lifetime channel.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
Lifetime movies always suck.
They were horrible.
Oh yes.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah,
heard
it's
it's
Oh
an
not
yeah.
only
anti-porn movie.
the
I'm
mainstream.
gonna tell you right
It's
now.
not
My
only
wife
on the
will watch
mainstream.
the Lifetime channel. I'm like, I'm sorry, I gotta leave the room. And she's like, why? Do you want me mad? Do you want me angry? Because I really do not like these movies, or
Mm.
let alone any shows that precede them. I remember one time we went to see No Good Deed. Oh my goodness, I was heated
Mm.
after I watched that movie.
It's
I thought it
still
was gonna be I thought it was gonna be Idris Elba, being a serial killer or some shit. It ain't nothing but a Lifetime movie, a high price Lifetime movie.
yes, yes, I
Everybody
agree.
all clapping. I walked away. I was fuming.
uh, 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 and it still pisses off me that Marvel made a Lifetime movie as a TV show on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. The
It's
life,
even them
yeah,
with Christian
yes,
films. Even they get all this wrong. Like when they think like women can do no wrong or men, but a man
yes,
can. Even
yes.
Christian films, specifically Pure Flix, when they did
Oh goodness.
God's
Mhm.
Not Dead, which apparently now there's 4 films of the series.
Yes.
Apparently
And a
they can
show.
do the same thing with those. And it's just
And a
like,
show.
okay, yeah,
The
Oh,
man
an
is
speaking
atheistic
of,
Christian
hang
can
on,
still be guilty of
hang
evil
on,
things. Mm,
hang on. Speaking of, now I got Sabrina on as a thumbnail, right? That bitch was on one of them, and Woody Harrelson. No, no,
oh
not no Ernie Hudson. I'm sorry, Ernie Hudson, not Woody Harrelson. Ernie Hudson was in too. God's Not Dead 4. It was a court case drama too, mind you. Like the
I
Oh
fuck?
remember.
yeah,
Yes,
because yeah,
yes,
basically
yeah,
they just copy and paste the 1960 film Inherit the Wind. If you ever seen that show or
Oh
movie.
wow.
yes. I remember that. I saw that movie too. That's exactly what they did. And Wolf is right. They basically took these in the Lifetime movies and in the movies you mentioned. Final, the man is wrong in everything. All, and I'll even go further than that, folks. Sex in the City used to did that a lot. Sex in the City did that a lot. The thing
Mhm.
was that show, and I watched it too, but I would get into fights with me and my sister used to watch it on our lady friends because sometimes I would say, guys, these ladies are not right. There are some episodes where they're wrong, but the show always portrayed the men as wrong. And I'll give you an example. It was Sex in the City, the movie, which I went to see, and one of the
Oh wow.
characters,
I feel
one of
bad for you.
one of the characters, because I told them, and they thought I was crazy, but I said, look guys, some of these ladies are wrong, but they're portraying themselves as the men are making them miserable, but they make a lot of mistakes. Really, Amanda, did she have to
They
sleep
got a
with
sequel
every
series.
every guy Amanda meets, she has to go to bed with him. What is that called? Every man, Amanda, and women thought that was empowering. I thought Amanda needs to sit herself down and stop sleeping with every guy that smiles in her face. That was the Kim Cattrall character.
Bitch, you
That
need to be spayed.
yeah, really, really. How is that empowering of her just knocking up every guy that she met? Seriously.
Knocking up. There's a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Wait. You telling me a dude can get pregnant?
No, not a
Well,
dude. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying each week she was having.
Like you and your tirade, I get that, I respect that, but I'm saying look, I'm just saying you better be careful what you're saying in your tirade, because I'm gonna call y'all on it.
I digress. No, I don't mean
Here's
not
my
go men
question on
confessing.
that. If chicks can get dudes pregnant, how's the baby gonna get out?
That's
Yeah, that's shitty, baby.
oh, you give me flashbacks to that horrible Family Guy episode. I don't think about it.
Oh no, mine was Junior.
But there was one
Anybody heard
incident.
of Junior?
Yes, I remember that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where
And
he
Danny
got
DeVito.
pregnant. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, why?
One
Why
of their
would?
many famous films
Oh.
together,
Yeah, and they had to just pick
and he dressed
Schwarzenegger.
in drag for it.
Yeah, he lowered his masculinity to do it.
I wouldn't say that. I kind of respected the man that dressed in drag sometimes. When they go for the role, they go for the role. They go all in. I mean, are we really going to question Martin Lawrence for doing Big Mama?
No, not
Are we
really.
really going to point the finger at Martin that way? I'm man, hey, mind your words. I respect the man when they tend to do some stuff like that, some risque. Are we really going to look at Prince that way? You going to
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? God made your eyes.
Mhm.
You didn't make them.
Well, it's a little different.
You gonna question God's eyes? The man was comfortable in his skin. Okay, he was
I
flamboyant. He
I
loved
get.
the ladies though.
Mhm.
Sorry, dudes.
No, no. Speaking of Prince, he makes a very good. He before he passed away, he was interviewed, and this goes back to that point about devious women. Prince would say, but when he was just Prince Rogers Nelson, plain old guy in his hometown, women wouldn't give him the time of day. But when he became Prince, the rock star, all of them started flocking to him. And Prince said, "Ain't that just as two-faced? If they
Oh,
really care for me, they would like me." That's what I mean by devious women. And there are women out there. And he's right about that. He said, if they would like me, they would like me no matter what. But instead, they waited till I became the rock star. Then they wanted to come knock down my door. But back in the day, they didn't give me a time of day. They wouldn't
They
look
didn't
at me
even
or
know he
nothing.
would become a rock star. In
Oh,
their
but
defense,
it don't matter. If they really liked him as him, they would follow him no matter what. But when he became
nobody
Prince, the big
told me
star,
this Negro was gonna be a rock star.
then they
I
came
would have
knock.
talked to him then.
Yeah. But
Bitch, the dude crossover people for in high school. He the best. He the best receiver. Wait, I got my damn foot. I get my sports terminology
that's
wrong.
that's okay. It's okay, Wolf.
Sorry, I'm trying to recalibrate here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's
He the best point. He the best point man of the damn team, and you didn't realize then. Motherfucker crossover freaking Charlie Murphy.
Yes. I
That's
remember
why I
that.
said it.
Yes, no, I remember. You're right.
True story. Mickey
Yes.
Free confirmed it. I watched that interview.
I agree. I agree that whole story. That is so
I
true.
believe him. Mickey Free sounds honest. I don't think he tell no lies. He a Native American man. I don't think they tell lies. They get the best hooky, but dang it, I don't think they tell lies.
But see, they don't tell those stories. But back to I digress. Back to
Yeah.
Sex and the City. There was Sex and the City did that a lot because it portrayed those girls as and that's what I didn't like about the show. And my friends that watched it with me thought I was nuts. They said, "Well, you missed the whole point of the show." I get the
It's
point of the
sexual
show.
revolution. Fuck a sexual revolution.
But yeah, but what got me bored, because eventually I didn't watch it all the way to the end. I stopped watching it because I felt it was one-sided. that the women that they played the men as terrible, but they themselves were always doing the right thing, and they weren't. Like one character, I think it was Amanda, her husband came home and he wanted to have a romantic evening with her, and please his wife, and he put candlelit music and sexy clothes and doing all things great, and then she rolled her eyes at him and said, "Oh, for heaven's sakes, would you just get it over already?" And he
All I'm
like,
saying is, I
"You
stopped.
just
I didn't
killed the
even bother
mood."
with that damn show because I didn't find horse face Sarah Jessica Parker hot at all. The bitch got a horse face.
No, I
Sue
don't.
me. The bitch got a horse face. She ain't that attractive as people think she is.
She's not.
Look, she was
She's
fine in Hocus Pocus, but I was all on for Winifred. Okay, Bette Midler.
not.
All right, she had
All
that
right.
voice, but you know, Sarah just probably lend her windpipe too, but she ain't all that. She's a little sister. I don't want to get with the little sister. I get with the older sister. Damn it!
But that's
I'm
that's
saying
what.
with the wife in the background too. She gonna miss the whole context. I
God
know it.
damn.
But that's the that I actually I'm kind of here after a while. I didn't watch it all the way to the end because I felt the show is one-sided. The show portrays the women as the men are making
Wait,
them
were the women
miserable.
judgmental in there?
Yes. Oh
The
yes,
best thing about
definitely.
Sex and the City was Mad TV's parody of it.
Never saw that.
Yes. It
Sluts
was.
in the City. Because they
That's
That's basically what the show was already was.
that's what the show was basically. Yeah, that's basically what the
oh
show
my
was.
goodness, man, that parody was amazing.
That was funny. Yeah, that was so funny.
Especially all it like it's so true to what they're saying in that parody though.
Yes, I agree with you. That's why it was
Oh
funny. There
goodness.
was truth to that. But I eventually,
If
especially
only our world really operated in that world.
and then if you notice on television, okay, why is it there's always a show for women but never a show about why is it that not four men can have a show talking about women?
Not anymore. DC.
The men can't do it, but the women
Let
can, and
them on
nobody ever.
today, machine. We're not gonna win.
Well, why is that? Why is it that you can only do church Mr. Foster? Why is it that women can sit and rat on men, but men
Hey
cannot
Greenie.
do the opposite? Alien X. Why
That
is it
don't
that
count, Greenie. That's anal probing. I would love to see that happen, but then again, I don't.
oh my god, I don't think I want to see that. I don't think I want to see
None
that.
of us don't. None of us want to see that.
So I'm
I
saying
don't even
why
know what that is.
but why is it that when they do shows like this, only women can do that? Can have, excuse me, can talk about men and how it makes them miserable. Men cannot do it the other way around. Why you can have Sex in the City, the male version? I find that very interesting.
Wait, I think they already exist. Is
They
it
already-
American Pie?
Mm, maybe certain scenes, but not the whole film. I
And
think maybe,
lies. Space
yeah,
Yeah,
Rebel
I'd
lies
agree.
too.
It's basically nothing but
yes.
double standards. Actually, this points me to this one thing on what you were saying on Leia, basically about this. They're mostly attacking this on hierarchies. Apparently, they think that's the one that weighs them down, despite that they have high in their name, as in hierarchy. And besides, hierarchies are used for productive labor within a social environment. Like,
Bitch,
okay,
do you work? Did you
sounds like
work?
they didn't.
I don't think they did either.
Sounds like they didn't.
It's like people making flags that they didn't even die for. That most of their groups
Mhm.
didn't die. I'm sorry, most of their groups didn't die for. How you gonna have a flag that you didn't even bleed for? People bled for the American flag when in its inception. People bled for that. Who bled for the pride flag? in recorded history? Who actually bled for that flag to be made?
Last time I checked,
Mhm.
nobody died at Stonewall.
Nope. Same
Yeah,
thing goes for
true.
the same thing goes for for the black for the fist. Yeah, some people. You know what? Let me stop there. I don't want to end like Whoopi Goldberg.
No,
I get you.
I think some people, black people, died back in the civil rights movement, but
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah the black flag, where flag that may be, that was earned.
yeah.
That was earned. You know, even blacks went to war. That's earned.
Mhm.
But my point is the fact that you got all these flags being made, and I'm like, y'all don't sit y'all asses down. Y'all didn't make these. Y'all didn't die for these flags. Y'all didn't bleed for these flags, and y'all adding so
Yeah, you
much.
see soldiers dying for, you see American soldiers dying for the American flag, and all in bloodshed, because the red on the American flag is meant to represent blood, and like the 13 white stripes are, I think they're supposed to be like the represent the 13 colonies. Is that right?
Yep, I believe so.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, they died for that because you want to know why soldiers died for that? They fight not to raise some certain rights or some sort of glass roof. No, they fight because they care about their country. Okay? It's not that. War is no joke. All right?
Nope.
Just take on that. Take time to reflect on that.
Lots of flags being made for each nation. Each nation has bled under that under excuse me. Each nation who has had a flag in any country has bled for those flags to be made. Each flag from every nation has a history of how that flag was created. Each flag represents the things that was built around that that shape. You know what I'm saying?
Damn straight.
I mean,
Exactly.
even look, even if we go fancy with Game of Thrones, many of those sigils were made because people fought and bled for them. Fire and blood,
Yes.
the Targaryen dynasty flag, the three-headed dragon, which represents uh Aegon the Conqueror, first of his name, the dragon, and his sister wives, Visenya and Rhaenys. Final knows what I'm talking about.
Damn straight. Even though I'm not
The
a big Game of Thrones fan, because Game of Thrones for me is just basically just satire.
would you?
Or no, not satire.
I'm I'm on the roll
Not
here, man.
satire. I'm not. I'm gonna let you do it. It's just
Work
Game of
with
Thrones
me,
is just
man.
basically almost like a soap. I'm listening.
I know where you're gonna go with this, but I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
Okay, I'll let you
House
proceed.
House Stark, the dire wolf, which is represented by the I forgot already. Damn. It's tied to dire wolves. I know what I know that, but yeah, it's tied to dire wolf somehow. Uh, I bet you Redner will help me out. He's an app. One of y'all motherfuckers is a reader. Oh you suck, Neil Star. You can't even help me. No, I'm kidding. Let's move on. House Baratheon, the stag, which represents each brother of the stag. No, not the lion for House Lannister, which is a golden lion. Even it represents land the clever. One of their loose legends, where he stole gold from the sun, which painted his hair gold, which is why the Lancers have their golden hair. Okay, y'all following me?
Yes, go ahead. I'm following you.
Yes.
House Dorn, spirit through the sun, which represents their rising their their nature. They're always rising against anybody who tries to view themselves above them, which is the sun. Their lines was unbowed, unbent, unbroken. Nothing.
Well, I am not that since I didn't watch the show. I'm not familiar with
I mean,
the
you
lore
hear
of
the
Game of
words
Thrones.
unbowed, unbent, unbroken. That should
Yes,
resonate.
yes, I hear that, but I was
But
just
like I
listening
said,
to you give me a
each
history lesson.
yeah, but all I'm saying, what I'm really trying to say, if I'm trying to say anything, is that each house has bled for those flags to be made.
Yeah, I follow. I understand. I get what you're saying using the Game of Thrones metaphor about
Hmm.
why. Was I get exactly what you're saying? There are people now that make the flags and they don't understand why and what they
Flags are being
mean.
made.
Yes, they don't understand why.
They
They
also
don't understand why they possibly the hatred they may have for them. They don't. They just don't. They don't understand it.
don't realize why flags are also being made. They also represent things that belief systems. What do you believe in? You believe in everybody's right to fuck the same sex. Okay, cool. You know, you don't need a flag for that.
Mm.
Right.
Was there a flag for legalizing marijuana?
Black pride, black pride. There you go. You know, but non-binary and all that bullshit. Like, so you just you're nothing.
Where's not binary anyway? It just means that you don't
It
you are
doesn't exist. That's what it is.
exactly. What is that? Like do you not like what is that even anyway? Like that means you don't conform to either gender. What does that mean? A lot of people don't
Gender
conform to either gender.
non-conformity. I'm like, bitch, you were born in that. How's that not? How is you conforming to something that you're born into? Reel me that. How are you? How are you trying to go against what nature? If you're look, I'm sorry, Leia. If you even
Go
remove
ahead.
God and you believe in nature, you're still being born as nature intended. Nature intended for you to be a girl or a boy. There is no in between. Now y'all gonna bring up that case of intersex. That's intersex. That's nature's mistake. You're a mistake. Sorry. That's the truth. You know, you gotta live with that. You gotta live with being a mistake. Okay, just live with it. You know, work with it, roll with it,
Hmm.
even. But we also got science and surgery for that shit too. So I don't know what you bitching about. Other than
I
that, nature intended for you to either be man or a woman.
hmm
And even if you do go ahead and change your shit, you are still gonna act within those boundaries. You're gonna you can go ahead and try to pretend otherwise, but you're gonna respond as nature intended. Your nature is gonna kick out. Y'all talking about every man's nature is evil. Well, even if you change your sex to be a woman, you're still a man. So you're therefore you're basically conforming to a gender. Yes, yes, yes. You are conforming to a gender because you don't believe in another gender. So do you see how shit their ideology is?
It's very much is.
And
You
you really
can't
peel back the damn layers.
you can't change your gender like you're putting on a Halloween costume. You can't. You can put on the clothes
Yeah,
and the hair
nor
and the
can you
makeup.
rule.
Mm-mm.
It's even yeah, it's even like this in the Matrix. Nor is it like you can't rule the world through a narrative like in the Matrix. You can't do that. You
Mm-mm,
just can't.
mm-mm.
Right. There's plenty of holes in their reasoning on this trans thing. There's holes in their reasoning because like it's just like you said, you can't just wake up one morning and just decide I'm a man or wake up and decide to say I'm a woman and just throw it on like a costume and there you are. Is you can't fight nature no matter what your beliefs are or whatever it is. It's not, you cannot fight nature and you can't change into it like it's a costume. Those are people who I think that just and you can't force people to switch to it and then call them names because they don't. You know, you can't do that or you know call them istophobes because they don't conform to that. I mean that's the best way I know how to put it is you can't switch it on like you put on a Halloween costume. You can't wake up one morning and decide. It doesn't go like that, and you
You know
cannot
what?
force nature to
Now
change
that
like
people
that.
are reeling over about the Whoopi Goldberg, let's get into that real quick. Anybody heard what Whoopi Goldberg said?
I
I
heard about the
Nope.
Holocaust. That's about the Holocaust.
I
She equated the Holocaust as white on white crime, and
yeah
it is different from black on white crime. She basically
What?
said that there's no racism in the Holocaust. There
What
was.
the? What the hell?
That's yeah.
There
I
was
didn't.
racism in the Holocaust.
It was built. The Holocaust was based on racism. Yes. Yeah.
And
So I could.
and religion, of course. But but
Yes. Yes.
but of course the Nazis had to pile on every damn thing just to hate the Jews even more.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
racist because it's based on ethnic group.
Yep.
Yeah, still
And
racist.
and
Yeah,
don't
because
forget
like
Polish.
the whole thing, the whole point of
Polish got
Nazi.
got the shit in the deal too.
Exactly,
Just
yeah, because like the whole thing about Nazi Germany, a lot of people would say that Nazi Germany, it's a popular belief of it, that it was an efficient war machine and almost conquered the world. And yes, it's true. And yet, it really runs on fascism, basically.
hmm
And that's basically what it is. They tried to get people onto the program even while they suffered under them.
Yep. They were no better. They were no better off when they were performing the duties of the Nazis that put them up to it. They were no better off. They were still. That's why I say don't comply, don't conform to this bullshit because you are not going to be safe from it. You will not. They will save you for later. They will, or they'll look to you as the next thing to target because once they run out of targets, they'll look to you as a new target. That's why I'm not. That's why I say non-binary doesn't exist. I'm sorry for those if those are people who are well-meaning who identify as non-binary, but your whole made up gender specific nonsense, it doesn't exist, and there's no biological way for it to exist.
I'm
You're
still,
basically saying you don't exist.
yeah, I still remember snowflakes from the space snowflake thing from
I don't even know why you bringing that up.
the non-binary
I know.
snowflake. That
I,
this
in my
Why
lifetime,
you?
have never
Why are
heard.
you giving me examples?
In my
Why are you giving
lifetime,
some examples?
good thing that comic never came out.
They don't exist. Non-binary. Remember, non-binary doesn't. I'm being straightforward here. Non-binary doesn't exist. Therefore, they don't exist.
Mhm.
Not and by they I mean she don't exist.
and I really mean, I have never heard in my lifetime the term non-binary. I don't know where that I don't know where that came. I don't know how they came up with something like that. I just I don't know what is so wrong with being male or female. There's no negativity in that. There's no negativity in that. So why do you have to find it to be? I think it's just an excuse to just do whatever the God's sakes you just want to do. If you want to just go out there and just sleep with whoever you choose to sleep with, that's fine. But that doesn't make you
You
non-binary. That
you
just
think
you're
God
just
wants
you.
you to defend him? Like you think God wants you
Yeah,
to defend him and victimize yourself and demonizing others that and you don't believe you're a Christian otherwise if you think that? It's just like no. In fact, didn't Jesus leave room for his people to think from his teachings?
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what made it so memorable. So then why are we just suddenly just getting this so wrong?
That's what I'm saying.
Real
Why
quick,
why
guys.
why are we?
Real quick. I want to ask you guys this. How is this evening stream working out for you guys?
was for me, I'm quite hungry, so I'm just pushing on through.
Well, we can. Maybe we should get ready to wrap it up. It
Did
is.
not eat
Yeah,
before this happened?
Nope,
I
but I
did.
did.
Yes.
That's on you, it is.
Yeah,
You should have
Negro, I didn't tell you not to eat.
Dude,
I, no, I was doing something else. Like I said, I remember the
The
dungeons,
many
right?
times you were mute, you didn't. What the hell wrong with you?
Oh, Fish,
You
you should
trying to
have your good
fast, man? You
dinner.
fasting?
No, not
Are
yet.
you fasting or are you not?
No, not yet. I'm not gonna start fasting until later when I get more into the you know, stuff doing my religion.
Uh huh.
But not today. No, I'm not fasting today.
Okay.
Uh,
Be careful, dude. damn, shit, you gonna scare me, man.
Yes.
Not saying you shouldn't
Yeah,
do it. What
goddamn.
I'm saying is, that's all I'm asking. Like, are you fasting or are you not? And you said no, so I'm gonna take you. I take you. That's all I need. That's all I need. Get you something to eat, fool.
Yes, yes. It's just, speak
Get a
up.
cracker or something.
Have you something to eat. Or if you want to say, look, I'm hungry, I'm bowing out to eat me some dinner, fist, by all means, eat. We don't want you to starve.
I told you couldn't eat, brother. You ain't no damn dog. I didn't command you to
I
eat
might,
and not
yeah,
eat.
I probably go on. Might come back in. Probably be in the chat. So
Probably by the time you come back, we be already done. So you know what? Let's start wrapping
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I was just
That,
going to answer your question, Wolf. I don't have
mhm.
a problem with the evening. I'm okay with it. I don't think I can go
I'm
to
okay.
4 hours except on maybe on a Friday or a
That's why I'm
Saturday. But
limiting it down to 2 hours.
yeah, 2 hours is good because on my end it is getting late and I do have to work in the morning. But
You
I
hear
don't have
that,
a
Eloise?
problem
I'm
with it.
pulling the issue with this one.
I
Go
don't
ahead,
have a
Leia. Sorry.
problem. Yeah, I don't have a problem with evenings. It works out great for me, because I've already had my dinner. So if sitting here for 2 hours and sitting here and chatting along and ranting and expressing ourselves, I'm cool with it. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up itself because it's about
Real
midnight on
quick,
my end. I do have to
yeah.
work.
Real
Go
quick,
ahead.
let me address Neil Star. He says, "Hell, if anything, non-binary contradicts the trans narrative as well. How do you transition between two genders you don't identify with?" And that's why they're so angry. They could fake happy all they want. They can fake happy all
Yeah,
they
it's either
want. They
you're
will
just
not.
born. It's with nature. You're left to born under two things. Either you have a dick if you're a man, or a vagina if you're a girl. There's no middle ground.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not
Right.
about to here's the thing. I'm not going to discredit gender dysphoria. I'm not even going to deny it's a real thing. Okay? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that have no idea of what they believe that they are. This message is not for those people. These are for the fakers that latch onto any mental disability like it's a calling card to hold in your hand and making your illness a meal ticket to do this weird shit. And I'm not saying what you're doing is weird. I'm saying they're making your stuff look weird and alien at this point. So for those, this is how you started off, Leia. This message is not for the people who are legit. So you don't have to always apologize for offending anybody. I always make it a point to say this is not for the people who are legit with this stuff. Okay, this is not to
I
discredit
sure.
anybody or discredit any illness, mental illness out there. You know what I'm saying? Because man, we have our fair. There's infinite amounts of mental illness out there that's staggeringly amazing to read about. But like I said, for those who are faking, you need to stop that because you're really devaluing the importance and the seriousness of that condition, that mental condition or that mental illness, if you will. You are also make delegitimate, excuse me, delegitimizing this movement that you claim to be part of. The real transitioners lead this movement because of people like you, fucking snakes. So yeah, this is like I said, even though it's that identify as such and just again, maybe good people in real life, but I'm sorry again. I don't believe in your non-binary little ideology or your not non-binary thinking. It's reality destroys that. And like I said, you claim it to be gender nonconformity. Like I said, your biology conforms to one thing as nature intended. There's no fixing that. I mean, yeah, you can transition, yes, but you're still going to be conditioned to that nature, regardless of what you think. And you transition to another thing, you're basically conforming to one other gender. You're physically conforming. So that's why I say non-binary doesn't exist.
Mhm.
That's a new word. You call yourself a transitioner or transsexual when the word was already set in stone. You just want to invent new words to make yourself special. But that's all I'm gonna say today. Like thank everybody for joining us. Those five of you and those non-existent motherfuckers that come in and drop in, drop out, and those who will be viewing this, those who have viewed this and probably gave us some likes and probably didn't sit like 10 minutes of me rambling on and shit. But thank you for that. Thank you for support. I do say definitely
I like when you. Well, it's like the news stars that say, yeah, oh, well, never got. Oh, I never got a chance to mention this, but there are a there are a couple characters in my comic books, well, who kind of have that going on, or
you
villains.
don't see it, but I'm rolling my eyes right now. Fizz, we can talk about it another time.
I know, I'm not going to mention it now.
I know.
But close out.
Yeah. Anyways, let me get to last Red Dead Cons, and then we start getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? Says a lot of issues where people are indoctrinated in ideas that delude basic understanding of science, seek to destroy civil dialogue, ultimate for conspirators who never cared about their identity. Continuing on, he said they made you angry so you would attack everyone you know, and still fear for those who would say the truth and stop their place. I think that's a quote from 1984. Sounds like a quote from 1984. I haven't got through that book yet, but I did hear the audio for it. Once again, thank you everybody. Thank you Leia Plus Size for joining us.
My pleasure, as always.
Final, take your mic off. I mean, turn your
Yes,
mic
I
back
was waiting
on.
for Final to say his.
Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Hey. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe, share with your family and friends, and make sure you ring that notification bell to get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf Den Media. This is
And
Final
we'll
Fantasy
subscribe
Fan
to me
12
too.
signing out, and remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
Fish Chozo, don't announce your damn channel. We're gonna go there on Sunday. Damn.
I'll
With the
get the link.
pickaxe and everything.
I'll get a link for the free schedule, by the way, for link for the stream.
hmm Anyways, quick announcement before we start signing out. Me and Fizz will definitely be doing Bird Boy on his channel over at Fizz Chozo. Anybody who wants to join us, please watch I'll relink you guys Bird Boy so you guys can watch it for yourselves. And how you gonna do it, Fizz? Kind of like saying what we did, what we do over here.
Yeah,
Not a
pretty much
rewatch,
the exact same thing.
more of us just talking about it.
Yes.
Gotcha. So we'll be doing that this Sunday, February 6th. Um, guys, I have a Patreon and Subscribe Star ready now. If you guys want to check out my artwork or suggest anything to me, I will definitely be working on merch this year. Definitely be trying to work on merch this year. Definitely going to be trying to get the UN Spacey designs going. That's going to be merch as well. Stickers to start. If you guys want to see the designs I have for the UN Spacey, you want that on your notebook, your favorite book or whatever, or just on your wall, whatever. I'm definitely gonna be working on trying to get stickers to be paid out of my pocket to get them designed and ready. So I'll be working on that pretty soon. Um, share this with your friends. If anything, I mean we're close. This channel's close to 200 at this point as we speak. Elvis had gave me the news. It was 198 right now. I was like, damn, I'm catching up to Troy right now. But other than that, guys, thank you for being here. This has been your Wolf Commander, reminding you once again, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to Wolf Fleet. I'm Weez. I'm not Yala. So y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Have a
night.
good weekend. Have a good Friday, and good night till we see you again.
Good night,
Y'all really need
everybody.
to work on this goodbye thing. Y'all. Am I delaying on on y'all end?
No, I just
Yeah.
well,
No.
you're the commander, so we want you to have the last word.
Child, there's only two genders. Tones on all genders. Fun.